professional streamer, by the way. How's everybody doing today? You know, just big chilling here with my boy Mattitude420. Matt, how are you doing today, man?
Just
one more time, because I'm a bad streamer again. You're muted.
Oh, really?
How are you doing today, man?
So doing great. How about you, my friend?
Awesome. I'm doing great, man. I know we were talking about this a little bit yesterday. You're saying you're feeling nervous, but I told you, man, there's nothing to be nervous about. We're just gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like, I mean, I can go live just fine, but when it comes to like making like YouTube videos or like talking to people, like not that this is scripted, but you know, when you're like being put on the spot, it's kind of like weird, you know?
Yeah, no, I feel you 100%. Every single time, like it's like weird butterflies. I don't know, but I feel like even like, you know, people who do like Broadway shows and stuff, they still get nervous when they go, you know, on stage.
Right,
not that we're doing anything on that scale, but like it's still like, you know, it's the same thing for everybody. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on, Haley, Elmy? How are you guys doing today? Yeah, I did a little test stream earlier and I think I threw people off. I think people thought that maybe like I was gonna cancel this or something. I don't know, but people should be flooding in pretty soon.
Bro, I thought I was late.
Yeah, no.
I was like, oh my god.
No.
Like I was streaming Animal Crossing. I was like, oh my god, did I miss it? Is it the wrong time? Am I good? Or
yeah, because after we did like the test stuff, I hopped on WoW and I was like, oh, let me just knock out some jewel craft and stuff. I need to level that up a little bit. And I look, I was like, oh my god, I have to go get dressed. But yeah, okay. So what's new, man? What's new? What's going on with the stream?
Man, the stream's been going really good. Like I've decided to like kind of stop a lot of the like variety stuff and like double down on just like 100% or 90% just one game.
Yeah, because
I was getting a lot of traction in Pokemon, and it's something I like enjoy playing as well.
Yeah,
but it's a very very inclusive community as well. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna like play WoW on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, drop the Valorant on stream, just play Valorant off stream. Because I thought, you know, if I'm playing a game, let me stream it.
Yeah.
But if you do stuff like that, you kind of realize that a lot of the people that are watching you found you from one game. And you'll have ride or die people that will like follow you to whatever game, you know, they don't care, you know, they're there for you. But you have a lot of those kind of lurkers and stuff that are just there to watch you get shinies.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting shinies, you know, they're like, I'm out.
Yeah, because you would think that it's like even like, okay, so you came, you found me playing Pokemon, right? And it's like Pokemon's not really like, it's not like you're playing with them. They're just watching you, chatting with you. They enjoy your personality, obviously, because you know you guys have to talk while you're waiting for the shiny to appear. So you would think that would translate to other games. It's like, okay, well, I get that you don't play Valorant, but why can't you just talk to me the same way you were doing while you were watching me get shinies?
Well, the thing with like a Pokemon, the Pokemon community that's so great, you know, like I said, they share their audience. You know, they have like no issues at all. My favorite color is purple. They have no issues at all sharing their audience or like shouting people out on Twitter. Poise Dylan, he was doing a huge partner push, and like literally everybody from A Drive. If you don't know who A Drive is, he's like the top Pokemon content creator. You know, he actually got his own flavor with G Fuel. As a matter of fact, it's the shiny raspberry or whatever it was.
Oh, is that the wait, shiny raspberry?
I think. Hold up. I'll get back to you on that one.
Is it the blueberry lemonade?
Blueberry lemonade. Yeah.
Okay.
Shiny Splash is what it's called. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's blueberry lemonade, right?
Yeah.
I heard it's really good. I heard it's really good.
I haven't got. It was out of stock when I did my last order. But they're like very, very, very inclusive as far as like sharing their audience. You know, they have no shame in doing it at all. You know, they'll like holler at people's like, yeah, this dude's doing a partner push. Go watch his stream. Go lurk. You know, whatever you have to do. But like, I mean, you don't get that kind of audience in like other games and stuff.
I mean,
like,
okay,
you know,
so hear me out. Like, I feel like you do, but you just have to put a lot of time into those communities, whereas the Pokemon one seems to be it's a lot more not beginner friendly, but like newcomer friendly, right?
Yeah, it's more tight knit. as well.
Yeah.
Like it's very, because I mean, if you look at the front page right now for the Pokemon category, they did a big huge controversial thing a while ago, but they actually fixed it. They put they broke Pokemon down by each game, and I don't know how much you know about Pokemon, but there's red version, blue version,
yeah,
and a Sword and Shield, which is what I play. I play Sword and Shield. Sides of the same coin. You know, there's like if you have Sword, you basically have Shield. There's just only like a few Pokemon that you can't catch. Yeah. So
that was the same since the beginning, though, right? Like Red had.
Right. Yeah.
There was only like a handful of ones that you couldn't get in Red that you can only get in Blue, and it wasn't until like Yellow came out that they came out with trading.
No, they had trading in Red and Blue. That was the whole thing. They wanted you to like swap. Yeah. They had the link cable. I actually had one of those.
You had it. Yeah, that's right. You had a dock.
Bro, I was the coolest kid on the playground because I had that link cable and everything.
Yeah,
dude, sick.
Yeah, because not everyone had those.
They broke up each category. So like, you know how you choose a game.
Oh, you're saying for Twitch. So when you select a game
for Twitch, yeah.
Gotcha. So instead of just Pokemon in general, it broke down into.
Right. So right now it's a Pokemon Sword and Shield, but it broke it to Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield, and it like really. You can cuss on here, right?
Yeah. It's YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, it like really fucked with the like algorithm or whatever, or like how it finds people. So, but they did actually bring those back together, so you don't have to just be in the wrong category.
Okay. Wait. So it used to be Sword or Shield, and now it's Sword and Shield.
So it was originally Pokemon Sword Shield. So you saw everybody playing either one of those games, which again, they're both the same thing, rather. But they broke it up to this category is Pokemon Sword or this category is Pokemon Shield.
Okay, so that's the new. That's the current. Currently, it's two separate ones.
Currently, it's a single one. How it was. They fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah. God, yeah. They had to flip that back because like a lot of people, like A Drive right now, he was like, "Yo, this ain't gonna work because it's like way too hard to like find." Like if you play like a Pokemon Red version, like if you're doing like a ROM hack or something, like you got to go under the Sword and Shield category.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, it makes sense to like because if you have it too many categories, it's gonna get like.
Right. Yeah, it gets muddied.
Yeah, for sure. Have you thought about getting into the card collecting? Because I know that's super huge right now.
Yeah. So I had cards before as a kid.
No, but I mean, like now it's like a business. Now it's like
huge.
Yeah.
So that's the big issue. Like there was one called Champion's Path that came out. It was the
that's with the Rainbow Charizard or whatever.
Yeah. There's a Rainbow Charizard in there that was worth like $4,000.
Yeah.
So like all these big streamers like flocked to it, like big YouTube streamers, big content creators, like actually Logan Paul and Jake Paul. I believe
they bought a box. No, they bought they bought first edition boxes, didn't they? Of the first
for like $200,000 of like the first edition. Like
it was smart. Pack. Like he bought the box and then sold the packs individually and made a profit.
Right. That's what A Drive does as well. He does like box crackings on.
Oh, and then he'll open people's packs, right? Like people will buy a pack. He'll be like, "Oh, here's Matt's pack. Let's open it up." And then so you still everyone sees what you get. It's so genius, bro. It's so genius.
They see your name. They see like it's a buy-in. It's a gamble, but they like see your name on the screen. They're like, "This is Mattitude420's pack. We're about to open it right here." And if you get something like really big, it's like, "Oh, you know."
Yeah, that's great. Like that's a win.
The buy-in's like $1,500, so that's why I haven't done it yet.
But you have to like. You can make big bucks off of it, right?
It's an investment. Yeah. It is an investment.
It seems like a win-win-win because like he's making a profit, but then he also has to go like into his own pocket, hoping that he's gonna find people to buy these packs. So
right,
I get that.
Which he's so big, he'll never have an issue with that. So
and then he gets content. You know, you get to like get a promotion basically on there. By having like if he's like, oh, this is Mattitude420's pack, and then people will be like, oh shit, okay, and then they might see you in the chat, click your link, and be like, oh, this dude's a streamer too. So not only do you get promotion, but then you'll get engagement as well because people will then go flood to your stream next time you're live and be like, yo, congrats on getting that whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. It's very lucrative. Plus, it feels good, man. You get all kinds of endorphins when you like open a pack and you get like that full art card. Like it's sick.
Oh yeah, I was heavy into Pokemon cards when I was younger, like when they first came out, the Gen 1, all that stuff. I used to, like, I didn't have a lot of money growing up. It was very tough to get money. So what we would do is, me and my brother, there's this what is it called? It's like a card shop, right? But it's not like a card. It was like people went and they had like Magic tournaments and stuff like that. But they had other
card
like,
shop,
yeah, they had a bunch of board games, stuff like that. That's where I first found out about like Warhammer and all that kind of stuff, the tabletop games. So they had that, and then they would have Pokemon tournaments, but just for like fun, right? It'd be like nothing. It'd be like, oh, winner of today's tournament gets a free pack of cards, right? But it would be flooded. Like there'd be like 50 kids like every weekend there. And so it was really dope. It was probably, honestly, the best times of my life were during those times, because like this was back before like everybody had cell phones. So you got to meet up with your friends at a spot. You guys get to, you know, compete against each other, and doing that with something that everybody loves. And it was just exciting. It was just a very exciting time. And what we ended up doing was we would save up our money, and we would buy packs of cards. And we had a box, like a big, like, you know how like I don't know if you ever stored your cards. Like we used to have so many fucking Pokemon cards. Like we had a giant, like this cardboard box that was made to like store cards in, and had little dividers in it. And we filled that, like we took out the dividers and we would just throw all of our cards. We'd buy like a bunch of packs and we just toss them all in there. And we would put like 10 holographics in there, right? And we would charge kids. We'd be like, hey, for a quarter,
charge them to see it.
No. So we would like there'd be like a hole at the top of the box, and it'd be like, for a quarter, you could reach in and grab a card. Whatever card you pull out, you could get. So they either get a basic, they get energy, they could get a rare, they can get a holo. So it's like they were paying a quarter for every time. So we were making out like bandits, but we got in trouble with the dude who owned the shop, because the guy's like, look, man, like it's cool that you guys are doing this, but you can't be having people coming up asking me to break their dollars, because they would have to get change all the time.
Oh yeah.
So then me and my brother would then have to go and like show up with like a fuck ton of quarters ourselves so that we could make change. But you could tell the guy was like, every time it started with you guys can't be having them come get quarters from us. And then it was like, you guys have to set up way over there in the corners. You guys are taking up too much space over here. And then it got to the point that the guy's like, you guys can't be doing this anymore. Like, this is probably illegal in some way. Like, so we're like, all right,
illegal.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, like first, second, and third grade for me, I went to a private Christian school. And if you know anything about like a Christianity, you know, they don't really like the whole evolution aspect. A lot of them don't. So I was in this Christian school, and it was incredibly frowned on to have Pokemon contraband, is what they called
contraband.
So we'd be like on the playground trading cards and stuff, and it's like, you know, like all these cards close to our chest and everything. Like, bro, do you have a Pikachu for this Machamp? And like it was just fucking It was rough.
Yeah, I remember that, because I mean, when Pokemon first came out, I was already like a teen. I was already like, I think like 15, 16, something like that. So like I do remember seeing a lot of those things that like those they're basically Facebook articles where they come out as like Pokemon is a satanic children's game.
Yeah.
Trying to brainwash your kids, teaching them about evolution, like you were saying. And it's like, I remember that. It was so crazy. It was like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? This is just these fucking little guys that were fighting. Like, you know what I mean? It's not, I don't know.
A lot of people thought it was fake or whatever. They're like, like this, you know, this isn't real. You know, they're not actually really mad at like the evolution of the game. No, they actually really were.
Yeah,
like it was super frowned upon to play any kind of like a Digimon, you know.
Yeah.
You know, if it said the word evolve in that school, that was not okay.
Yeah.
And then whenever blue version came out, because the cards, we got blue version first, and then the cards came. So we were all playing like blue and red and everything, you know, going through like the Elite Four.
Yeah.
And all that crap. But like the cards are what, like, they didn't care much about the games, because, you know, it was a bunch of like old fogies, you know, they don't know anything about games or anything.
And then like, Pokemon would be the least of their worries.
They can actually see the card. They're like,
yeah. Like for the games, they have no idea. Like they're worried about like Mortal Kombat at the time. They're like,
right,
what, you're doing what to somebody on this game?
Yeah. Oh, dude,
But
Mortal Kombat was another one that got a lot of flack too.
oh yeah,
That was like the first game that like that I knew my mom was like the cool mom
yeah, because she got you that.
Well, she played with me.
Oh shit.
Like yeah. Yeah, like I mean, we didn't know any combos or any fatalities.
Yeah, you guys are just button mashing, having fun.
Right. Because there was a arcade at the front of our movie theater, so we'd go watch like a movie or whatever, and then we'd go play at their arcade, and hell, we'd play like Mortal Kombat and the shooting game. I forget what it's called. I think it was an Alien game.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom didn't care about violence, you know. So,
yeah.
So I grew up in a really cool household when it came to like video games and stuff like that.
Yeah, same.
You wouldn't think so living in the South, you know. You would think it's like, you know, I can't have fun without Jesus kind of things, but it was actually pretty chill and laid back as far as like video games go.
Yeah, that does make me sad though, man, because I really do miss like the arcade days. Like again, this is like the boomers like talking, but like that, like it just sucks that like that business model like couldn't keep up with the times, because it's to the point to where like your consoles like shit on arcade, like what an arcade can do. But back then, like arcades didn't. If you wanted like intense like graphics and like, you know, everything to look like insane, you had to go to an arcade to play. Like the experience was just so much better than playing on console.
Exactly.
And then and now with PCs and consoles, it's just like there's no point, honestly.
Because I played the crap out of the arcade. Was it Final Fight in the arcade?
Tekken and Final Fight might have been too.
Like side scroll and beat 'em ups. Like I played the crap out of those in arcades, dude.
Like Turtles in Time.
And then
all
they
that
came
good
out
stuff.
with like the NES editions and stuff, and it just wasn't the same because, you know, it didn't have like those like super crazy graphics, which again, it's nothing, you know, compared to these days. But I mean, back then, that's, you know, you're right. That's how you had to like play like the best of the best games and stuff. You know, you went to an arcade.
Yeah, and it just couldn't keep up with times, and it's really
Bro, that's how I learned to drive a stick off of an arcade.
Yeah, honestly, man, like it's great. Like I dead ass feel like you throw me in a jet, I could probably learn how to fly it real quick.
Right.
I played a hell lot of fucking jet games.
Oh man.
Yeah, but okay, back to Pokemon though. So did you ever get like super into the card game, like where you were
the card game? Yes.
But like, did you do, because with I believe it was Wizards of the Coast. Is that what it was called?
Wizards of the Coast. I think they did it for a while. I think they had the rights, I think, to the other company.
And I think they went under. And then
well, no, Wizards is still going with Magic.
Yeah. But they had Pokemon for a while, and I don't know what happened. But
I think they just had like a falling out.
But there used to be like actual stores, like Wizards of the Coast stores.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if those exist anymore.
It was Hasbro, I think, did the cards, and then it went over to Wizards of the Coast. That's what
it was. Yeah, Hasbro did it first, and then Wizards of the Coast did it. But
yeah,
like,
okay, so yeah, it was Wizards from 98 to 2003, and now it's just the Pokemon company. They do it themselves.
Yeah,
I thought Hasbro did some stuff. That Media Factory, is that it?
I think Hasbro just had like exclusive rights to like plushies and stuff like that, and like
maybe so.
Yeah,
but I know Wizards did a lot with Pokemon for a long time, and
like
then,
they did like the official tournaments, like where they released like little badges and stuff that you would have to go like weekly, and like they have like little stamps, and then they would have to like stamp your little fucking pamphlet that you get.
Hasbro owns Wizards of the Coast, is what Dave said.
Okay, well there we go then.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, but I used to. That's how intense we were. We would travel, like we would go far to do these tournaments, to like just to play in them, and we would just like, but it's just funny because it'd be us, like a bunch of like 15 16-year-olds, and we'd just be shitting on like all these like 9-year-olds, you know what I mean?
So
that are going like and they have the shittiest decks I've ever seen in my life. They're like the fucking most ragtag, like 4 different energies in it, and I'm like, what do you do? Like, what is this? Why do you have a Sandshrew but no Sand Slash? Like, what? Why are you wasting your time, bro? It's like they're like, oh, my mom bought me the starter deck, and it's like, bro, get out of here, don't even waste my time.
See, so I didn't get big into the TCG outside of collecting because I was into a Yu-Gi-Oh. Like that was my like a tournament thing. Like I would go to like the Yu-Gi-Oh version of a Friday Night Magic.
Okay.
So I'd go to that like every Saturday and duel and all that crap. So I was way more into a Yu-Gi-Oh cards. for Pokemon, it was just strictly collecting, and that's still kind of what I like doing now. But like a lot of the like big content creators are really driving the price up for booster boxes and stuff. So it's like not economical to get in.
But it's good and bad at the same time, because if you have the money, you could really make a profit because they're only making the price go up. But it's like you have to get in now. You can't wait any longer. It's like Bitcoin. Like you're gonna miss the boat. You got to get in on it right now, otherwise you're gonna miss that chance.
So I'm actually getting a booster pack of a Vivid Voltage, and that's gonna be like the next YouTube video. That's I'm gonna open it and stuff. And like I know there's a lot of people that like every sub, I'll open a pack or whatever, and then they'll let them pick, and they'll open a pack.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't give the cards away or anything.
The homie Gilbert does
a good idea. I don't like taking ideas like that though. You know what I mean?
I mean, it is, but
it's smart, but I don't want to look like a hanger on. You know what I mean? Like I want to make my own stuff. Now, I mean, so I think I'm just gonna like buy a booster box because most of the time, if you're lucky, you'll make your money back off the booster box.
Yeah.
A lot of these big content creators, they'll buy like a $200,000 box, and they'll make their money back on ad revenue.
Yeah, alone.
If they don't pull like a good card or whatever, or $20,000 box. There's no 200,000. Well, like ad revenue and like all that stuff, it's an investment. Plus, if you get big enough, a lot of people don't actually know like those big like charity donations and stuff. So like Mr. Beast and stuff does. That's a tax write-off.
Yeah, for sure.
You can write off all of that crap, if that's your job. So that's like a big trap that a lot of smaller content creators get into. They try to like keep up with the Joneses. Yeah,
and you can't. You can't.
They'll go buy like a $1,500 box, and they won't make any money off of it.
Yeah, for sure.
But like the box that I'm getting is the current set, Vivid Voltage. It's like 130 for 36 booster packs, and the odds of making your money back off of it, which I don't have any plans on selling any of the cards anyway. I just collect, but the odds of making your money back is pretty good, pretty high.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty dope.
To get the big pulls. Yeah, Champions Path, that's the one that was going for like so fucking crazy because everyone wanted that Charizard. Anytime there's a Charizard in the set, you can guarantee it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, dude, I saw fucking Team Rocket Charizard sell for like a dumb amount of money, like from the Team Rocket series set. And I'm like, bro, that was first off the shittiest set of all time. Like there's like maybe 3 usable cards to play with in that entire set. And that Charizard was dog shit. Like, it wasn't even good. So it's like, why would anybody want this? But it was like, oh, it's a Team Rocket Charizard. Suck a fat one. You guys are weird, man.
Well, that jungle set was about the same thing.
Yeah, jungle.
Like, they're making hella money at the jungle set. It's not even good, like good looking cards. Like actually, like if you look at the old cards, like I know, it's like rarity and a prestige.
Yeah.
But the current cards that come out with now, like if you see like a full art Charizard, it looks sick, dude.
I don't know. See, I'm real old fashioned to where like if I see the picture is the entire card, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like this isn't the layout. Like this is just a picture of a Charizard.
But it grew on me.
Yeah.
Well, like it's that's one thing why I like opening because I really like Magic. Don't get me wrong, I love Magic.
I never got into it.
When you open Magic cards, like you look at the thing, it's like, oh, I got a orange. It's legendary. You have an odds of getting a holographic. And the last time I played Magic was in 2017, so a lot of stuff may have changed right now. But like when you open up a rare Pokemon card, you're guaranteed a reverse holo.
Yeah.
And then you're guaranteed a rare card, obviously. But like you can get like a regular card, and then you can get a full art card, which is like the full art, and then you have the full art rainbow rare, which is a secret rare. Like if anyone in chat ever plays like TCGs, the set is a numbered list. Like, but there are 125 cards in this set. So, but there will be like 3 or 4 secret rares. That's like 127 out of 125. So those are the secret rares that we're talking about, which I think is what Charizard was, if I'm not mistaken, in the latest Champions Path. It was the Rainbow Charizard, which was selling for like $4,000. I still think it's like $500 actually. But they were selling like $50 Elite Trainer boxes, which have 8 boosters. Like they retail at like Walmart for $5, and it's bloody fucking. Like right now, it's $100 to buy it, and then you run the risk when you buy it to get like weighed packs and stuff. That's another thing you got to watch out for, weighed packs.
What is
Like
that?
if you're gonna buy a weighed pack, so if you ever like watch the Leonhard is a big YouTube content creator or a Pokemon YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
But like what a weighed pack is, they'll take a booster pack.
Yeah.
And they'll take like 3 of them and then they'll weigh them. And whichever one is the heaviest, odds are it's a holographic.
Okay.
Like, I mean, it'll be like micrograms or whatever. I don't know what's smaller than a gram. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Haley. I know you're Canadian, but we don't do the metric here. But yeah, it'll be like micro ounces of a difference. And then that's how you know that it may have a hollow. You don't know what kind of hollow is in it.
Yeah, it could
be. If you get like the old first editions and stuff, like micro pounds. Yeah, there you go. Micro pounds. But yeah, like if you get like the old first edition sets, and it's like, okay, this one weighs like an ounce, and this one weighs an ounce 0.1. It's like, oh, this is the heavy pack. Yeah, this is what I'm going to buy and open. So you got to be careful when you buy like loose boosters. I'll never buy loose boosters
because people will keep the heavier ones and sell all the light ones.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you just get garbage. No, that's not always the case because of just like part of the manufacturing process, you know?
Yeah. We used to do it even back in the day, like when we were buying like the Gen 1 series and all that stuff. Like we would hold them and we'd be like, oh, this one feels heavier. This one for sure feels heavier. But we didn't sit there and have a fucking triple beam balance in front of us. We're just like with our hands being like, oh yeah, it's this one. This one has it. This one has it. And
I did that with a Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I would go and I would like, like hold each one of them and stuff. It's like, and I would never grab from the top. You never grab a booster from the top. Ever. That's the bad one.
Yeah.
That is a bad one. Never grab from the top.
Yeah. Anytime we would put all of our money together to buy boosters, we would have to get them and then we'd have to shuffle them. So that way, because otherwise everyone's gonna be like, I don't want that top one. No, you fucking take that top one.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I miss those days, honestly. Like I said, those are the best. And then this was like, me and my friends, we would take the bus to like all these different places, like all the different malls. Like we would hit up like 3 malls in one day, like just to do all these different like tournaments. Cause like one would be like, oh, Borders. Do you guys have Borders out there or no?
No,
it's like a Barnes and Nobles. It was like a bookstore.
Yeah. We went to Books A Million. That's where we got our stuff.
So like Borders would have one that started at like 8 in the morning. They would have a tournament start at 8 in the morning, but then Wizards of the Coast at a mall a couple cities away would have one that starts at 11. So we would go to the one at Borders in the morning, wreck all those fucking kids, and hop on a bus, go down to the mall, fucking wreck all those kids. And it was just like, oh, it was so much fun just because it'd be so funny because these kids would have 0 chance and you would just see them just fucking so sad, crying, waiting for their mom. They have to sit and wait for their mom to pick them up. You know what I mean? Again,
I did
there's
that
no
with
cell phones.
Yu-Gi-Oh. It was Books A Million.
Yeah.
But because of the town that I live in, it's such a small town, we would have to drive an hour to go anywhere to like do.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things. When we got to go, it was a treat, and it got to the point whenever my cousin that got me into all this stuff, when he was able to drive, we would go every weekend. So I'm committed to no deadlifts in 2021. Oh, I'm like, I'm out. I'm done. But yeah. So when he was able to drive, like we would just go every Saturday. And I mean, God, this feels like just the other day, but fuck, it was 14 years ago.
Yeah, I know. I really don't like thinking about that,
dude.
One of the things I hate doing is thinking about how long ago these things were.
That's it's like man, we played BC like just 2 years ago. It's like, no, I've known this motherfucker for 14 years. It's
14
like
14 years, man. It's just nuts. I gotta say,
yeah, like it was like with like cards and everything. Like I love TCGs, like Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and a Pokemon. Like all of them, I love them. I love opening boosters. I love gambling. It's a serious problem. Like I gamble loot boxes when I first got on fucking second shift at AG or whatever. Like I was gambling skins on CS:GO at work. You know how much money I made? A lot. And then lost it, and then gained it, and then lost it. But yeah, so like I love gambling. That's the problem. That's why I really like cards.
Yeah.
So if I can make this like content, I can put it that way. It's like, hey, I'm not wasting money. Like this is content. I can make about 3 YouTube videos out of card breaking. So
yeah. Matt, how old are you? 30, right?
I'm at 29. I'll be 30.
29. Yeah. Okay. 29. You're gonna be 30. Okay.
30 in
Yeah,
June.
I like okay, like normally I listen, I don't get on board with a lot of these things like where like you know how we were talking about how they try to attack or Pokemon in general, saying like they're gonna teach kids like all these bad things. But
Oh, the
I'm
devil
dead
say, yeah.
ass 100% serious that I really think my gambling addiction start like I'm not like a fucking heavy addict, but I am like I do love gambling. Like I am addicted in the sense like where I don't need to do it every day, but like if I'm in Vegas, there's no fucking way in hell that I can go a day without gambling. Do you know what I mean?
This dude. So I was like 17, I believe, and and this guy goes to Vegas and like calls me at like 8 o'clock at night, and it's weird to get a call from him. So I was like, oh my god, what happened?
I don't think I had ever called you prior to that.
That was the first time, right? No. You have it like it's only like text, like hey, get on WoW, you know, we're doing Lich King or whatever. But like he like called me, he's like, yo, Mattitude. I was like, what's up? He said, dude, I met this lady from Nashville. Do you know her? I'm like, dude, I live like 4 hours from Nashville. he's like, bro, I'm in Vegas. There's a lady from Nashville. He's like, how cool is that? I was like, fuck, I guess.
I was so excited. I was so fucking plastered. I was like, I met her and I heard her accent, and then I was just like, hey, that sounds like my boy Mattitude's accent. They probably live next to each
other. Yeah, because you thought I was in Nashville because I'm close to Memphis.
Yeah.
I will never forget that story. It's like,
so
yo, this lady's from Nashville. Do you know her? I'm like, bro.
Bro, those are good. Those are good Vegas days.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, I really feel like Pokemon is what started my gambling addiction for sure. Because when
you don't drink very much anymore, do you?
I don't drink at all anymore. I haven't drank in, I would say, maybe 3 years now. I stopped just because it got my body just can't do it anymore, man. Like my hangovers, it's not worth however much fun it is the night before. Like the day after is just, I need an entire day of recovery. Whereas before I would, you know, get plastered, wake up the next day and be like, just start off with drinks. So it's like, well, I can't ever get a hangover. I can't get a hangover if I never stop being drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now like my body's like, bro, look, man, we need to talk. We need to talk.
Like when you're like 21, you know, you're like riding and gaming. It's like, you know, next day you're ready for more. But man, when you start pushing like 26, 27, it's like, bro, this is a week-long venture. Like I won't get right for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Like I don't drink anymore either. Like I'll have a beer every now and then, but like, you know, my grandma was 51. She was a heavy alcoholic. She died from a cirrhosis of the liver.
Ooh.
Yeah, and my mom was 49. And she was a heavy alcoholic, died from a cirrhosis of the liver.
Oh shit!
So I was like, you know what? I'm done drinking.
Yeah.
Like obviously there's a liver issue that's in the blood. To, like, avoid.
Yeah.
And there's other liver shit that I do that I should probably quit as well. But
yeah, man, I think it was my birthday 3 years ago. I got super fucking like, was blasted out of my mind, and I came home. I couldn't even walk. Like I fell over at the front door. And like laid on the ground, and like my kids, I had woken up my kids because they were asleep upstairs, and they heard me fall. Like they heard the door slam open, and then they heard me fall, and then like I just threw up like all over, like a huge puddle under me, and then I couldn't even get up, so I just like fell back in it, and then like I remember like seeing them, and I'm sitting there laying on the floor, like covered in my own throw up, and I'm like, bro, I can't do that. I can't have them see me like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and so I was like,
kids, it like changes so much stuff about
like if I was, you know, but if
it's okay.
Yeah, if I had no kids and that happened, I'd be like, that's fucking gross, but whatever. I'm not gonna tell nobody. But I mean, to have them see me like that, I was like, I can't afford to have that happen anymore. So I just had to that cold turkey, just cut it off. Like I do miss it occasionally, like not to get like super drunk like that, but I do occasionally miss, you know, just going out with friends and having a few.
I did too, and then I like went to the lake, and I was some guys from work, and I was like, okay, they're gonna buy a bunch of alcohol. I said, I'm just gonna get drunk.
Yeah.
And then like I got so hammered, like we were on like the edge of the lake, you know, fishing.
Yeah.
And I got so hammered, I don't know how I got back to the thing. They said, bro, we had to carry you.
Oh shit.
So like I laid in bed and I lost like 6 hours of my day, and I woke up still drunk and I was miserable. I felt like shit. I was like, dude, this isn't ideal. It's like, hell, I'm damn near 30 years old. I'm not gonna do this shit anymore. Like, I mean, this isn't even fun. Like, it literally was not even fun.
It's fun
anymore.
for like 5 minutes, and then it's just like a fucking like, why did I do that?
Because I don't know when to quit. You know, I'm like my mom. It's like, it's one of those things. Like, when I start, you know, I don't hit like a peak where it's like okay, this is sober me, this is drunk me, and this is like too far me. Like, I go, this is sober me, and then I skip the drunk me because I'm like, well, I'm not getting drunk fast enough, so I just drink and drink and drink. And it's like boom,
and it just
like,
hits you all at once.
Boom, yeah, it's like you're just geetered, you know, like
So I had to.
It's like, I've been drunker than this before, and I just keep going. So it's
because you get to a point where you're just like, fuck it.
You have no tolerance anymore. You're trying to like hammer back what you used to do. Because me and Logan, we would go fucking crazy, like and like go to work just like super drunk at like Pizza Hut, you know, like come home, play video games, and then drink some more. But I don't know. I just don't like it anymore.
Yeah, same.
Dude, we went off on a crazy tangent.
But I mean, that's what this is, though. This is just, you know, that's the whole point of this podcast, is to go off on these tangents, so you know, people can hear like all the different sides of it. I hate sticking to just one subject, because then you're just like stuck there forever.
You get pigeonholed.
And I like bouncing around. I like just, you know, going with the flow, just seeing how things work. But speaking about getting older, man, like I remember the first time I saw what you look like compared to now is so fucking crazy. Well, not just because you were so young and like now you look like an adult, but it's just like you were like way overweight back then. Right?
I was too. So my heaviest was so I was real athletic in like 8th grade. I was a fat kid, but around 6th grade, you know, I got bullied, so I was like, okay, I got to do something. So by 8th grade, you know, I got contacts, I ditched the glasses and all that stuff. So I was like straight contacts, and then I like lost a bunch of weight and everything because I was skateboarding. So by 8th grade, I was like really fit, really skinny, and pretty athletic. I didn't play any sports. The only thing I did was baseball. But
what position?
Yeah. So I got like I played center field.
Okay.
Yeah, best of the outfield.
Yeah, respectful.
But
they put me in right field. Those bastards.
Ain't shit going to him.
Yeah. Throw that fucker out there. We got to put him in.
I played center, and then I was gonna play shortstop in high school, but I ended up getting into WoW. So, so that's what got me fat was WoW again. Like I got up to, by the time I graduated high school, because I got so like engrossed into WoW, it's all I wanted to do. Yeah. Like I wouldn't even eat. Like I would just eat like a Snickers bar and just like snack. Like I would literally just snack. That was my dinner because I didn't want to like get away from the PC, so I'd order a fucking pizza that I could eat. Anything that I could eat at the desk. Yeah. Like I had literal notebook paper. I wish I still had it, of like coordinates. Because back in the day, you know, you had coordinates. Yeah. And you didn't have like 3-4 monitors back then. You had,
and internet was slow. So like
19-inch.
So like windowing monitor. Button. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like when you alt tab, that was a goddamn venture. Like it took forever to alt tab. So you would like get your whole list of quests, write down all the coordinates you needed to go to, and then bring it back up in another 5 minutes, and then you could actually go do the quests and stuff. Mm-hmm. So like I would eat where I could do that. So I got up to like 275 pounds, I think, at my heaviest. And that was like right after high school. I think I was like right at 17, 18 years old. Yeah, because I think that's when I first saw what you would look like. I think you might have been like 19, 20, but it was like a, when did Jang went with you to the river or something? There's a picture of you and Jang together, and you guys were at the river. That wasn't that long ago. That was only you might have been like in your early 20s then. Yeah, that's when I first started lifting. Was it around then? Yeah, it was like right around the time you first started lifting. No, I had you saw me way before. Yeah, I saw you before that. Yeah, I did see you way before that. Yeah. But see, that's the thing though. Like, you know, when we were like early internet back in like 2006, 2007, during Burning Crusade, when we met, you know, back then you didn't give your real name out. Oh hell no, yeah, you did not give your real name out. Like I knew you as Wrecking Bull, you knew me as Mattitude, but I would never call you Matt. I would always call you Mattitude. It was always Mattitude. Even now, you still call me Mattitude. Yeah, and like I still kind of call you Wreck every now and then, but like everyone's like, who the fuck is that? So, but like Jang, you know, you still call him Jang.
Yeah.
Because that was a big no-no back then. You did not say your real name at all. And then MySpace came out, and it's like, use your real name. I'm like, fuck no.
Yeah, fuck no, I'm not.
Hell no. It's like all kinds of internet safety said, do not do this, because like early internet was like chat rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like ASL was the calling card back then for creeps.
Yeah.
But yeah, like man, today kids just throw it around like crazy, and you're like, I still wince when I hear it.
Yeah,
like even like Shelby and like Elamy, I would never use my real name and like that,
As you sit there with Mattitude420.
Well, okay, so a bit of like the Mattitude history is that yes, my name happens to be Matt, but he's also a wrestler.
Yeah.
So like if anyone asked, I'd be like, no, I was just a Matt Hardy fan, which was true.
And
but they wouldn't actually know that my real name is Matt. They would just think Matt Hardy.
You keep up with wrestling?
So yes and no, a little bit. Like I still kind of do. I watch some pay-per-views and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been kind of trying to want to watch AEW because it looks pretty fire over there. Well, like WWE, I'm just now getting back into, and because they had the pay-per-view match with Undertaker, and I think was it Seth Rollins? He had his last ride match or whatever. But that was a really good match.
I'm getting real fucking tired of the Undertaker retiring every fucking 2 years. Like, just make up your fucking mind.
This is like legit retirement.
No, he said that last time when he lost at WrestleMania, when he broke his streak and he lost.
Like, so he said that because he got hurt. Like he got hurt during that match.
You can't call retiring fucking 6 times.
Well, that's what the Edge. That's what Edge did. He quit and he had that a really bad spine injury, and like the doctor said, you can't do this anymore.
Yo, do you know about that shit with Edge and Matt Hardy?
Yeah, that was real. That was like actual real. Like
he fucked his bitch, right?
Lita, yeah, Lita. Like he actually fucked her, and then Matt Hardy got fired because he broke kayfabe. Back then you don't break kayfabe. Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know what a kayfabe is in a wrestling terms, kayfabe is like the storyline, the work.
Yeah. So the show, you don't break the illusion.
The show, you do not go backstage or like outside of the stage. Like if you were dead in wrestling or whatever, like if you got in a car wreck, your ass better not be seen anywhere in public.
Yeah.
But nowadays they don't give a shit. They break kayfabe all the time on like Twitter and Instagram and stuff.
That's when I stopped following. That's when I fell out of love with it. Like I knew it was fake, but then it's like, oh, you just took away all the illusion. Like you're just out in the open.
Break it for the right reasons. That's why I really respect Undertaker, because he didn't break it for 30 fucking years. He never broke kayfabe. That's how I know he's actually done now, because he's breaking it. Like he broke kayfabe. He's talking about like old school matches. He's talking about his like history of like wrestling and stuff, and like all these things that you would never hear like the dead men say. That's what's like so crazy. Because when he was like, he didn't even do like charity events or movies, because he didn't want to break the illusion that he got buried alive and stuff. He didn't want to break his character.
Yeah. When do you think peak wrestling was?
Attitude Era.
Do you think it was
Ruthless
DX?
Aggression.
Do you think it was DX, or do you think it was NWO days? I mean, they're pretty much similar, around the same time.
Yeah, I would chalk that up to like the Attitude Era still.
Attitude Era. What classifies the Attitude Era?
Attitude Era was when they called it when they broke from the kind of PG and went straight PG-13.
What year was that?
In the 90s. I think it was 98.
Was that like a Y2K era, like where Edge and like Chris Jericho and
Attitude Era started in 97? Yeah, it was. Okay. Was 97, and it kind of ended like early 2000s, around 2003, whenever Evolution came about.
Okay.
Well, like what made Attitude Era so great was arguably like, it doesn't matter what you say about like any kind of like in ring work, the most popular wrestler in the world carried Attitude Era, and that was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh yeah.
Whatever Stone Cold started doing, like the Austin 316, that's the Attitude Era. The whole feud with
The Rock,
like right after the Montreal screw job, that's when it really started going into like the whole Attitude Era with like the Brothers of Destruction, Ministry of Darkness, and
Nation of Domination.
And DX, the Big Show coming in, and then like Y2 Jericho. Whenever that started happening, that's when it was like, that was peak wrestling, dude. Because like they did some shit that would never fly on TV these days. Like would never, ever, ever, ever fly.
The Goldust era, holy shit, bro. I remember I hated Goldust.
Funny thing about Goldust, I hate him. But his Shattered Dreams, nobody has ever kicked out of a Shattered Dreams finisher. That is the only finisher. There's only a few finishers that have never been kicked out of. Nobody has kicked out of a Shattered Dreams.
See,
a little bit of wrestling trivia for you.
I feel like NWO was the peak in wrestling because they like did what nobody had ever done before. Like they made you feel like, oh, is this like real? Like, are they really actually taking over like the network? Like what's happening? Like that was like, even though you know wrestling is fake at that point, you're like, wait, I can't tell if this is scripted or not. That
makes me so mad.
Yeah, like, they tried to do it again with CM Punk and stuff, and it's like, bitch, all right, listen, I lived through what you're trying to do right now.
Like the whole crap where it's like, oh, it's fake. Why do you watch that? It's fake. It's like, why do you watch TV? Yeah. That's scripted. You think the Flash is out here fucking like. Like, do you think whatever the actor for Barry Allen, like Oliver, what's his name, Stephen Amell? You think he's actually jumping on rooftops and shit? Like, come on, man, it's TV. Yeah. Like wrestling is an art.
Yeah,
like you think they're not actually taking those bumps and stuff?
Yeah,
like dude, the stuff that they do to their bodies and like actually taking those slams, it is an art to take a bump. Have you ever took a bump before?
No. I mean, I wrestled with like my, with friends and stuff. Like we used to. Funny story, I got arrested one time, breaking into this. This place where they used to host like wrestling matches, and they had a ring set up outside. It was like in a parking lot area, but it was gated off. And me and my friends, we would go we would go at like 1 a.m, and we would go hop the fence, and we would wrestle in the ring. Like we would film it. But what sucked though is that we didn't know that they like loosen up the ropes before the matches start. So they had those motherfucking ropes tight as shit. Yeah. So we're trying to bounce off them. We're like, oh my god, like why is that? My bet, it's like running into like a steel wire. This shit hurts.
So depending on their like plans for that night, that's how they do the ropes. Like if they're gonna get like like if anyone is gonna do like the hangman thing or whatever that like rip Mick Foley's ear off, like those ropes are way too tight because they use like an actual steel cable for the WCW rings. Oh, wait, no, they did. There's something about the WCW ropes, but like wrestling for me was my mom was like really good friends with this local family in town, and they actually had a TV show because they're morticians, but they also do Friday night wrestling. And in the South, like if you know anything about like wrestling, there's wrestling and there's wrestling. The Memphis wrestling scene is what they were huge into, like a Moondog Spot. Like if you're not around Memphis, you probably don't know who Moondog is, but he was a really huge wrestler around here. And like I actually deadlift with his son, but he died of a heart attack in ring. So that's how I got big into wrestling and everything. Like I would watch that shit and like hear from mom's friends and everything. And then I actually wanted to get into it. Like I was going to get into wrestling. If it wasn't for like WoW, I would probably be doing like weekend wrestling and stuff right now. Not, obviously not like WWE stuff, but like a local wrestling. Yeah. Like, cause I was actually going to train for it and everything. Like I actually took a bump. Like I actually took a like full like suplex. And like if you don't know how to land properly, it fucking hurts.
Oh, for sure.
Like I mean, everyone's like, well, the ring bounces, dude. That's plywood.
Yeah.
That is plywood and it's metal. Yeah, it has give to it, for like the loud pop and everything. So it sounds a lot heavier than what it is. But like you have to land flat on your back. If you don't land like, if you fall like that, it hurts. Like if you fall flat on your back, like watch them. They'll like turtle up and fall on their back. Like I mean, it still fucking hurts, but they're not like banging around their spine and stuff. Like I mean, it is an art to take a bump.
Chuck,
like it is an art.
Chuck trained for wrestling for like a year.
Really?
He wanted to.
It's fun, dude.
I don't know if he ever got to do any matches in a show, but he did a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, like training and stuff like that. He had a whole character he was working on, but he just gained too much weight. He just fucking got a huge beer gut, and those just
It's hard in the body, man. It is very hard in the body. Like absolutely horrible for you.
Yeah, that's why all those dudes get like painkillered up and like roided up, because it's like, you got to, man. Their bodies are broken from fucking going so hard. Because like, in order to make a name for yourself, you got to stand out. So you got to go harder than the next guy. And so you do bigger, you know, more wowing things that are gonna fuck your body up, because that's what people want to see. People want to see who's gonna get thrashed harder.
Yeah, well, that's like a big thing with like, you know, we don't. It's happening in a football as well. You know, we're learning a lot more about the brain and like CTE and stuff. You know, I mean, you can look at like wrestlers like a Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
Whose move was, you know, the triple German suplex. If you don't know what a German suplex is it's when you grab somebody's back and you go backwards and you're basically falling on the back of your head. Like when you're doing house shows, like, I mean, they would do like the live shows, and then they would do house shows, pre-taped events, dark matches. Like they would be gone like 300 and something days out of the year just wrestling. So when you're doing that night after night, falling on your head, his other move was the fucking flying headbutt. He really did not like his head.
Yeah.
And then what really makes me mad is that he turned his head into mush. Like, I mean, his brain was like a 90-year-old Alzheimer patient. And then he literally didn't know where the fuck he was at when he did what he did. Like, I'm not making an excuse for what he did.
Yeah.
It's a terrible, terrible thing. But it makes me mad when people say, "Oh, it was the steroids. He roid rated. It just went crazy." It's like, no, there's way more to than that. Like, I mean, was he on steroids? Fucking absolutely. Look at him.
Yeah, the dude was fucking. He had no neck.
Every fucking one of them are. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
Enormous,
like,
dude.
All of your favorite baseball players, all of your favorite basketball players, they're all on some shit. Yeah. Like, I mean, they're all on something. They know how to game it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy world, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about oh, what was I gonna ask you? I was asking you about wrestling. Oh, what do you think is the best wrestling moment that you've ever seen? Like best wrestling match.
Best wrestling match.
But to you, because there's gonna be some that are like,
yeah, there's a lot
that are to like, me, oh, you have to say. But I want to know what, like, if it was completely up to you, what match would you put at like number one match?
So number one match that I didn't actually watch, but because I was too young. But the best match that I've watched as an adult, you know, going back and like watching videos, is probably when Mankind won the World Heavyweight Championship.
Was that in the Hell in a Cell?
No, that was in against Undertaker. I think he was against Triple H.
Oh, okay. But
it was the biggest pop of wrestling, and it's what killed WCW. Because it was a pre-tape pay-per-view or a Raw or whatever. Sorry, it wasn't a pay-per-view. It was a pre-tape Raw event. And Eric Bischoff, the GM of
WCW,
like actual GM, not kayfabe. The actual GM of a WCW was he got inside information about who was going to win, because it was a pre-taped event. It was airing at the same time as live WCW.
Yeah.
So he thought he was going to be a little snake or whatever and
give away the winners. Yeah.
Right. It's like, well, actually the winner of the belt is actually Mick Foley. You know, he used to wrestle here and he betrayed us. Mick Foley is Mankind, you know, which I mean, you knew that a Mankind was Mick Foley, but you weren't supposed to know.
Yeah.
So he's like, he wrestled here as Cactus Jack and all that stuff. But like, so he's like, so don't even think about going over to that channel. And of course, everyone's like, oh, hey, we like Mick Foley. Let's go watch. So literally, they lost like 600,000 people watching.
Because
they all switched the channel to say, he's like, oh shit, he's going to win the belt. So they go over there, and it's literally the biggest pop in wrestling to this day. Nobody's ever popped this hard before, because during the match or whatever, I think Mick Foley was down, like, and I'm drawing a blank because we're on a podcast and I look like an idiot because I forgot who is it.
It wasn't Triple H. I thought you said it was Triple H.
I'm pretty sure it was, but I don't want to say that because, but like, anyway, so like Mick McMahon was on, or Vince McMahon was on ringside, and then like it looked like Mick Foley was down. You know, nobody thought he would actually win the belt. and then Stone Cold's fucking glass shatters come out. The entire crowd just jumps in the air, literally the biggest pop. Like you couldn't even hear the intro music, it was so loud. Like he comes in, hits him with a chair shot, he goes down, and it drags McFoley on him for the pin, walks out of the ring. That is a single moment that really killed WCW, because after then, like the Monday Night War was over, because WCW never came out ahead on ratings after that.
Oh shit, we got Craze. Craze has a question for you. Oh, but go ahead, finish up real fast before.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Just like the biggest pop or whatever of
I hate
wrestling.
that term.
Probably my favorite.
Fucking
pop.
hate that pop. Geekdom 101 says it all the time. He'll always tweet about it, be like, I pop so hard. It's like, don't like that. I hate how I just don't know why that bothers me so much. It just
so they call it
so
pop
weird.
because it's when the crowd like pops and like explodes, you know.
Oh, I don't know. That term just fucking for some reason it bothers me.
I feel it.
Craze, what's good, man?
What's going on, my man?
See now I just got here.
Yeah.
And I was like, my boy Matt's on this. Oh no, I gotta get in there. But I did just hear something that, you know, Boomer ranting over here. Talk about pop is a bad thing for him.
Yeah.
But he says poggers. Explain yourself.
All right. Listen to me. It's ironic. I say it ironically, though. Do you know what I mean?
It became a part of your vocabulary. That happens to me all the time. I'm like, I'm never gonna say poggers, and then I started getting back into Twitch streaming, and god damn it if I don't say poggers.
That's what happened to me with Bay. I was like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. I'm never gonna fucking say Bay. People who say Bay are so like, stupid.
Fam, I'm like, I'm gonna say it ironically, and now I'm like, yo, what's up, fam? It's like, oh my god.
But touche, Craze, touche.
I just can't find a way to put it into my vocabulary. I can't find a way to put poggers in there instead of me saying dope or something. Dope is my way of saying poggers.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you'll say it to make fun of someone, and then you'll do it so much that you're gonna say it. You're gonna be sitting at home.
I see it in your chat all the time.
Your kid's gonna be like, Dad, look what I did. Look what I did. You're like, oh, pog.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a question for Matt though.
Yeah, let's
What's up, man?
All right, Matt, check it out. I gotta show some love to you guys for getting me into World of Warcraft and all that good jazz. But right now, I want to toss a game at you. I want to hear your honest opinion about it. Phantasy Star Online 2.
So I never actually played it. Like I know a lot of people.
You know of it?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that thing.
Like a lot of people that I like hang out with and stuff are like big into like anime, and I'm huge into it as well. But yeah, like I hear it's actually pretty good. I don't know if Dave is still in chat, but like I know he played it. I know a lot of other people played it as well.
I'm actually playing that right now. Actually,
I think they mostly stopped because of Genshin when Genshin came out.
Got it.
Yeah, true. To be honest, this one has like 8 years running. I thought you guys would know about it, you know, competition and stuff.
Listen to me.
But it was huge in Japan, though. That's why, because we just got it this year.
You know how many games You know how many games have came for fucking WoW's neck and came up short every single time? Like we've lived through this year after year. Oh, this is the WoW killer.
Always.
This is the WoW killer. This is the WoW killer. Always fail. And we buy it every single time, play it. We go hard on it for like a month. We're like, this game's fucking trash. Let's get back on WoW. But that game, I mean,
the only one that
has some longevity to it.
Me?
What was that one? The barbarian one? What was that? Was it Age of Conan? Was that one that was supposed to? There was one like early on, like in BC days, that like came out.
Not
Ion Online, not that one. But there's like a barbarian one or something like that.
I played Ion.
Yeah, I know there's one game. I know you guys have to know about this one, but Final Fantasy 14.
I play the shit out of that. I love Final Fantasy 14.
Like that's the one game I hear that most
if
of you
you're
guys
gonna play
like it. I played it. I actually played it already. I actually got into it. It was just that it was just hard to pay that off monthly without, you know.
Yeah.
If you guys have a way to pay it off because you guys play, they don't. They're like, yeah, we want your money.
No, they don't. Yeah. So like the actual guy over that, like he understands, and the way the game goes, like you can get in on like the like current like patch or whatever, play it, and then just quit. And he actually tells you to do that. He's like, you know, if you don't have anything to do, you know, unsub. You know, we'll have more stuff later. Like if you're not going to play WoW these days, 100% Final Fantasy 14. Like I always go back to like 14 every few months to like do all the new stuff.
Is there apps for 14? Is there like 15 and 16 out? And you fucking weirdos are just
okay.
15 is out, but it's not a MMO.
Yeah, 14 became their MMO, and then again,
14 has.
Why wouldn't they just call it something different then? Why would they do that?
Well, it's the same thing with Final Fantasy 11. You know, they have started Final Fantasy 11, but like it's Final Fantasy 14 now. Like the current expansion is called Shadowbringers, and the story of that expansion, I have to say, it is the best Final Fantasy I've played in decades.
What's Skyrim part of?
It is the best Final Fantasy story that I've played in like since maybe 9.
Is Skyrim part of Guild Wars or RuneScape?
Skyrim is part of Elder Scrolls, but it's not
Elder Scrolls. Yeah. But Elder Scrolls is, right?
Elder Scrolls Online is fucking dog shit. I don't like it.
But that was also supposed to be a WoW killer.
Every MMO coming out is going to be a WoW killer, and it never works. Yeah. The only thing that's going to kill WoW is WoW.
Yeah, we've said that.
And they did a damn good job of it in a BFA.
What was? I don't get what the problem was with BFA.
Did you play it all the way through, like a competitive rating and stuff? And
no,
like PvP?
only the first 2 raids. After that, I stopped. I stopped raiding.
So the first raid was really good. The second raid was there was some dull moments, but it wasn't too terrible. Mm-hmm. But then you get into like in a 8.2, the Ashara raid was a good raid, but they had this shit called essences, and you needed essences to be competitive. To get essences, you had to do
get
rep or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you had to farm rep, and then you had to do other shit that took it took literally a month and a half to get the island essence.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so I get
for
that.
rank 3, and then icing on the cake in like 8.3, they're like, you have essences, and you have your legendary cape you have to do, and you also have corruption, which is random. They made a vendor and everything. Like if you look at like parses and shit from like 8.3, like a 90% of the damage would be from a corruption, like infinite stars or something. Like there was so much crap, so much upkeep, artifact power, so much stuff. Like it was just there's nothing to do outside of like BFA was just honestly the worst of WoW. Okay. I would rank BFA worse than WoD.
Worse than Mist?
Mist was actually really good. Like a Mist in a 5.4, Mist was actually really fucking good PvP.
Man, but PvP.
So
I'm just saying the entire expansion. Like I hated everything about Mist. Like I didn't like the story. I didn't like the aesthetics. I was like, this is just stupid.
The only thing I did in Mist was actually PvP.
Yeah, that's right. You and Jang went hard in arenas.
In a Cataclysm and Mist, like I was straight PvP, like nothing but PvP. And then I got back into PvE in Warlords of Draenor. And that's when we all went alliance and almost quit again.
This is why I love watching you guys play my World of Warcraft. Yeah. For the sole purpose that I may not get into it because my boxes are checked off with Phantasy Star Online.
Yeah.
Like this, like you guys can compare it to kind of give it a name before I go to my another question for Matt and you actually.
Yeah.
And I think you know what's coming.
I don't.
No, you don't. You sure about that?
I'm sure.
Mister. It tastes like watermelon, but it tastes like a little candy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I would say go check out Phantasy Star.
Got it Matt, too. That's what I'm drinking.
Yeah, you got it right now. All right. Well, let me go right into this then. Right. I had a for the new G-Pro flavor for classified.
Yeah.
I had my thoughts about it, and then DB's like, well, you know what? I'm gonna go at it, blindly. I'm not gonna take it. But Matt said he knows exactly what it is. To this day, he has not told me what you said.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't told him? To the podcast?
Was it? Because he won't tell me regardless.
Yeah.
I said it was a watermelon kind of bubblegum flavor, but I don't know what one flavor would come out to me for those two things. What is your take on that?
I said it was either watermelon bubblegum or strawberry bubblegum. Like the fruit is what's really getting me, but I'm really leaning toward watermelon. Like it's watermelon something, but it has like a kind of gum flavor to it. So I'm saying watermelon bubblegum. That's my guess. But then they said it's a new flavor, so then it got me like second guessing. Like, is it a new flavor 100%, or is it like are they allowing like mixed flavors and stuff? Because I know a lot of people mix.
I have watermelon and bubblegum, and I don't think I've mixed them together to taste it. I don't think I think it's cantaloupe.
I did it already. I even tried it with Phase X. I even did the Phase X test on that one.
Yeah.
I think that Phase X and bubblegum came closer to the flavor. It was weird. That's not even a watermelon flavor.
No,
but
it's not even melon,
Yeah, but that's what even Phase X, I don't even know what the hell that thing is. This is a glacier flavor, but there's got to be something to it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's all I got for today, man. Matt, love to see you here. DB, I love you, guy.
Bro, man, I
yeah,
appreciate
love you
the
too,
love.
Chris. Love you too. Yo, wait, Chris. Did you see they came out licorice flavor
Of what?
of G Fuel, but it's only in a can.
Is the guy gonna die from it or
Yo,
whatever?
who's-
Not,
yo,
not black
yo,
licorice,
yo,
not black licorice,
like,
regular,
Whose
regular,
grandmother's last wish was that?
not black licorice, regular red vines, bro. You don't like red vines?
Okay.
Whose Make-A-Wish flavor was that?
Yo,
bro?
it's one of those. It's one of those chains you guys have out there, Matt. What is it called? It's strips or something like that. What is that? Sheets?
Twizzlers?
Sheets? No. The store that you can only get. It's an exclusive to Sheets. Do you guys have Sheets out there?
Nah, I never heard of Sheets for my life.
That gas station store that was
Oh, is that
selling
what that
G Fuel for
is?
the first time?
Yeah, that's it. It's a Sheets exclusive.
Yeah, we don't have them up here. I only knew about them because of their Instagram that was promoting that they had the cans first.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah,
Licorice.
Licorice. Yeah,
Yeah,
let it
no,
be
I'm
black.
not big on
If
licorice.
it's
it's not
but
black
that's like
licorice.
a-
It's red. It's red. It's red licorice. It's red.
But isn't
licorice.
that kind of like the Swedish fish kind of color? I mean, kind of flavor.
No, it's different. Completely different. It's completely
I
different.
saw that flavor of G Fuel. It's like Swedish fish. I'm like, nah.
Bro, it's
nah, I'm
fire.
good.
You don't like
I'm
Swedish
good.
fish?
I'm
Oh my
good.
God. Didn't we
I
go through
like
this
so
Twitter?
no, I don't. I like gummies, but I don't like Swedish fish. There's like a
Oh,
powdery
I
kind of flavor
love-
to it. I just don't dig it at all.
Yeah,
Like
Didn't we go through the whole top 3 flavors on Twitter already when I posted you guys on it?
yeah,
we did. Yeah, we did.
yeah.
All right, listen,
Yo,
listen,
DB
listen. Okay, listen. All right.
You like the moon pie? Let's
It's
talk
not-
about
listen,
that.
it's not-
No.
It's not that moon pie's good. It's just not bottom 3 because I guess if you're gonna drink it by itself, for sure, it's not the greatest. It probably is bottom 3.
So
if
that's
you're-
out of the ones that I've had.
But I'm
though,
telling you right now,
so-
I have a s'mores recipe with moon pie that is fucking fire that I'm gonna make a YouTube video for. So you gotta
That's some
try
Cali
it. That.
shit right there.
You gotta try it. You gotta try it. It's a s'mores
Yeah,
recipe.
that actually
It's
sounds pretty good, I
fire.
guess.
See,
So
that's the
good.
thing about G Fuel though. Like if you mix it with it within its own little
Yeah.
world of like other flavors, yeah, they might seem kind of meh and bland or something. But if you go above and beyond, and you like you put pineapples
Yeah.
in your
Like
sour cherry or
milkshake,
something.
yeah.
Exactly. So I can see that being like and somebody told me. I think it was I met him online.
Yeah.
Electric Shock. He's a
Okay.
big G Fuel dude.
Yeah.
He threw at me once like, "Yo, have you tried it as a hot chocolate?" I'm like, "What, moon pie?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't like it, but if it wasn't because I hit it with some hot milk,
Yeah.
I would have never thought of drinking this." I was like,
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
still a
Yeah.
bottom flavor,
So that's why I realized I was like, okay, by itself, it is bottom tier for sure, but I don't think it's bottom 3. Bottom 3, like, listen, that pixel.
So that's
pixel
bottom
potion
3
is
out of how out
garbo,
of
bro.
what I've had. Like,
Yeah.
have you guys had snow cone? Snow cone is fucking horrible.
It's
"It's
just
bland.
too
It's bland. I
sweet.
thought it's bland."
it's just
So it's
too
not that it's
sweet.
bland. It's just like it's too sweet. It's
just
like
tastes like
exactly
Sweet and
what
Low.
you would expect it to be.
Like you're mixing sweet and low with water.
Right. It's like
Yeah.
whoa. It's like in your
But
face
I think
sweet,
pixel
though.
potion is probably the worst I've ever had. For
It
sure.
is. It is. It's.
I never had that one.
It's great medicine. It's basically
Yeah.
what you know
Yeah,
grape is gonna
exactly.
taste like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe I wore this shirt. I shouldn't have done.
What is
Yeah,
that?
I
What does
like
that
it.
say?
It says Ketsu Watabaru,
What is that?
which translates according to Filthy Frank to I eat ass.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I do got clarified though, Chris. I do got clarified. Yes, moon pie is bottom tier for sure. I do agree that it is bottom tier. I'm not gonna say it's, but you mad out of pocket for saying that the strawberry shortcake is
Out of
bottom
pocket.
tier.
Listen,
Strawberry shortcake
I-
sounds good if you do it with like
You
milk or something.
I thought the
Motherfucker.
same thing. I thought the same thing. It was like even Bardock freaking promoted
Yeah,
that thing like hard.
That was the
It's
very
dicey.
first flavor I ever bought. Well, I'm a slut
Yeah.
for strawberries. Like strawberry is my favorite flavor of anything. So I was
Fair,
like, all right,
fair.
Fair.
yeah,
It's like it just did it. Okay, it's like bubblegum, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the biggest catfish amongst GPU is bubblegum.
bubblegum. Yeah, it's not that great.
You can taste it with your
Is it not
finger.
really?
It tastes
Nah.
delicious. You can smell it. It smells
Yeah.
amazing. So it's like bubblicious.
You
like
just
the
get
throwback
tired
gum.
of the flavor.
But when you throw that into some water, bro,
Yeah.
it's gotta be the
Classified
most.
flavor is really good.
I like-
though. I
listen,
actually really like the
yeah.
classified flavor.
You're gonna see I still have to do my review. I have to edit it, but I might have to give it one more number up. One more number up.
I
Just
swear to God,
like,
if you hit a 7, I'm gonna
I've
cancel
been
you.
drinking this like crazy because I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep drinking this
Wait,
till I
spoilers?
pinpoint. No, I'm not telling you what number it is, but
Okay.
I feel like it might have to maybe half a point. I'm gonna get it half a star higher. Okay, so just know when it comes out, it's half a star higher than what it is.
You did give Phase X a 7 though, and that
Space
hurts
X
me.
is fire, bro. It's so
But it's
good.
But to be a 7 though,
It's
It's above
perfect.
average, though.
It's
That's
a
like, okay, so
perfect
there's-
flavor.
There's like a lot with the rating system that like the 1 through 10 rating system that a lot of people think a 70 is bad. A 70 is not bad.
No, it's not 1 through 10 though. This is 1 through 7.
1 through 7?
Because it's 7 stars. 7 Dragon Balls.
Okay. I got
you see why I feel the way I feel?
That's why he's so upset that it's a 7 out of 7.
I know that he has something else that he likes better. But if you give it a 7, I feel like shit. There's nothing else is gonna match up to it.
But that because it's a 7 doesn't mean no other flavors can be a 7 though. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Like it's an exclusive club though. I feel like it's like a tier 3. You can't all be a tier 3.
You're right. All right.
Speaking of you editing, like all of your content, I actually posted my
your YouTube video. Yo, make sure we get a link to that. Post that in the chat.
Mad fucking cringe, dude.
But, all right,
cringe. It's in my Discord. It's under new videos. I'm not happy with it. It's literally my first one. I got the shiny reactions coming too, but like that one, it
let's go.
I like took everything I had to post. I don't know what it is. We actually talked about this before, but with like streaming, like I can fire up a stream and just be good. Like I don't get camera shy. I don't get shy talking to people. You know, like I got rated with like 91 people. Of course I was nervous.
Yeah.
Dude, I was as nervous as a cocksucker at a weenie roast. I was fucking shaking. Like, I mean, I was like fucking white as a ghost.
Yeah.
But like it was bad nerves. But like nothing tops posting that first YouTube video. Like I don't know what it is because I'm not happy with it.
Well, listen,
but I couldn't do like a retake because of it, you know, because it's like my honest reaction to the chocolate or whatever.
You just gotta like go with the mindset of if it's gonna flop, it's gonna flop. That you just go better the next one. Learn from it.
Right. You know bad publicity is still good publicity. You know?
But all right, Chris, I gotta move you out. I'm gonna go ahead and get Yeasty in here, get his question. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Love you too, Chris.
Love you too, brother.
Yo, make sure you guys go check out Craze for the Win over at twitch.tv/Craze for the Win. If we have any mods in here, please drop a link to Craze's Twitch chat. Yeasty, what is going on, man? Yeasty, you got a question for Mattitude?
No, I didn't know you guys were doing that.
You thought we were just chilling.
He's out here trying to do some keys.
My man said, yo, what are we running?
Yo, y'all got any keys going on? You got a 10?
All right, for sure then, Yeasty, for sure. All right, you don't have any question for Matt whatsoever? Nothing. You can't come up with nothing right now. Oh, he already left. He said, "Oh, I'm out."
No, about what? In regards to what?
Anything. You've never been like, yo,
wow question, whatever.
Wow
Ray
question.
McGee in the guild. I'll take it offline.
You said thoughts on it?
He said, "How do you let him in?"
So my number one thoughts about Ray is homeboy needs to pick a fucking character.
Oh my god, bro. Story of our life.
And it ain't no goddamn click gang. I'm so tired.
He said.
Oh, click gang shit. It's like we run keys all the time and motherfucker never shows up until we have a 5 stack. We'll have a 5 stack and then Ray would join. Yo, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
You want to do some keys? I'm like, motherfucker.
We're full. Bruh. All right. Yo, I got a question for Yeasty. How do we get Yeasty in the normal runs at least? Or how can we possibly get him into heroic? Into the main raid?
Just log in tonight at 7:30.
Just hit that 190 item level and then
190 is all you need, yeah.
I mean, dude, is there room? Like is there something that like
there's plenty of room
that Ram is gonna have to like evaluate or anything, or is it just we bring him in and if he does perform then we just pull him out?
Yeah. I mean it's just like a little thing, like we'll go through if it's like an issue or whatever, then they'll just like ask him to leave, and if anyone's ever asked to leave, it's not
together first.
Yeah, it's not like personal or anything, you know. You know, if you're asked to leave, it's just one of those things
until we can farm it.
Hey, we'll get you in on farm, but Prague, you know, we need.
Yeah, because I'm trying to at least get him in on the normal, but I forget all the time. Like I see you motherfuckers getting there down in fucking last boss in normal. I'm like, whoa, I forgot that was a thing.
Well, they normally say it like at the end of the last day of raid.
It's because I don't pay attention in the Discord either. Like I'll look.
Well, I only have one character too. That's why it's kind of hard for me to see what's going on.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, I'll make sure I keep you more up to date, Will, and then hopefully this weekend when they do a normal run, we'll be able to get in there.
Yeah, I'll probably start on normal. Most of my guys like 190 anyways.
Well, they do the weekend raids. Like I mean, they're pretty like.
But they're full though, right?
See, with like Dogma, I think they're pretty full. But I mean, you may still be able to get in or whatever. Like if they have space. I mean, they're really chill. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they'll bring anyone. We raided with them back in a BFA, and I'll just log in on my demon hunter or whatever. So,
All right, then we'll
Go.
take it easy.
Later.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So we don't have. Oh, man, this is what I'm talking about, man. 2 hours just isn't enough.
it flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, because there's so okay. Before I got to get some stuff in here. Okay, I need to know what the fuck is your problem with Bring Me the Horizon. What
So
is
they
your
started
deal?
off really okay. Here's the story about that. So in the gym that I went to, they always played Octane.
Okay.
Like if you know what Octane is, it's a Sirius XM Octane. It's a station that plays like newer metal and like older metal, or mostly newer metal actually. So that's it's my secret chair. Yeah, it's the KDA chair.
Yeah. It's the Gold Dust edition.
From League of Legends. It's a purple and a gold. But yeah, so with Bring Me the Horizon, it's like I knew their older stuff and I liked it. And then I heard their newer shit, and man, they just got.
You mean the last
pussy,
album
dude.
before that? Before the last album before this last album? The one where it went a completely new direction. It was like electronic.
Let me get Spotify to see. Bring Me the Horizon, because they had like some old bangers, like Sandpit Turtle. You heard that song?
I don't know.
Have you seen that video?
No.
Oh my god! I'll watch this shit off stream. Yeah. But the one with the umbrella.
Yeah. You don't like that album?
Yeah. No, fuck no. Happy song. Sing along. It's like, let's fucking not.
I love that
trash.
album. I love that album. That whole album's fire.
What? No, dude, no.
All right. Well, like yeah, we need to touch on this.
Stuff is actually really good.
We need to touch on it because I'm very intrigued. This is one of the big topics that I really want to talk to you about was your music taste, because you're into metal, right? You love heavy stuff. You love Slipknot. You love Lamb of God.
I'll post it in the actual thing so that people in chat can see it in Discord. Yeah. So
your preference for metal, right? Is it more like old school heavy metal, like Metallica, stuff like that, or is it just all metal in general, except for Bring Me the Horizon? All
metal in general. That's not. Don't.
I mean, it counts. It counts.
No, don't. So like my preference for metal actually came from my dad.
Okay.
My very first like tape that I ever had was the Black Album, Metallica, and then the CD that I got, the very first CD I owned was Backstreet Boys Millennium.
Nice.
And the second CD I ever owned was
crazy. If you've ever wanted to use the word Pog, now is the time to use it.
the second CD I ever owned was Ride the Lightning. But like my dad got me into metal. Like the very first time I heard Slipknot was People Equal Shit, and it was off the album, as you know. But the very first time I heard it, my dad's like, "Yo, you gotta listen to this song," and I was just like,
"Bro,
this is fucking awesome."
Slipknot.
This is just
Iowa Slipknot was insane.
Their new stuff's actually really good too. I love the new album.
Sure. It is for sure. Yeah.
But like metal was like, so I don't really have like a preference for metal, but like as far as like new versus old, like I do skew toward the older stuff just because that's what I grew up with and it's what my dad liked and it's what I liked. Because I also play guitar.
Yeah. But I feel
I learned to play like Metallica riffs and everything. So that's what like got me into it.
I feel like there's a ton of bands that you don't listen to that are just like absolute like legends like in the metal scene.
There are a lot that I didn't, and that I do need to get back into. Like,
do you know Fear Factory?
I love Fear Factory.
Oh, okay, yeah,
absolutely. Because Gene Hoglan, actually, of a Fear Factory, he plays the drums for Brendan Small in
Is he
Metal
the drummer now?
He's a drummer in like 1,000 different bands.
Oh shit!
But I love Fear Factory. I love that. I love like Machine Head and stuff.
Yeah,
dude, okay. I love Machine Head.
Yeah,
like absolutely love Machine Head.
But like you don't.
But, like,
you know Chimera?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Dude, I've been listening to a lot of Ghost. You ever listen to Ghost?
I do. I can't get into it. It's not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be more like Do you know the singer? His name is Ghost. He used to be a singer for Moto Grader, and I believe he's in for like Five Finger Death Punch now. He's like the singer for them.
Yeah,
Like that's like bro metal. Like I'm not like a fan of
bro
that.
metal.
But like he
Five Finger Death Punch is one of those bands like I can listen to, but I won't go out of my way to listen to it. Like I don't dislike it, but it's not something that I actually
that's like
like.
the type of shit like you'll hear people like
turn it up. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the shit you'll hear dudes playing like at the river. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like that. And I don't mean any disrespect by this at all, and I really do not.
Holy shit! I can't wait to see where this goes.
Like I really respect everybody in the military, but like when I hear Five Finger Death Punch, I like picture the very stereotypical jarhead. You know what I mean?
So we got Little Evil in a Corvette, fucking just blast Five Finger Death Punch.
So Little Evil probably knows the ones that I'm talking about. One of those ones that like, I'm fighting for your freedom, shit. Like, you know, they got the tattoo of their stupid fucking unit and all that shit. It's like, bro, nobody gives a shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's their whole life is their like military career.
I got
that's like the only thing that they like stand for. Because you know, I'm a gamer. Like my entire life doesn't revolve around fucking games. I was a firefighter. Nobody would ever know. You know, I don't have like a fucking firefighter, my badge number and shit. You know,
I feel you.
Because nobody fucking cares.
Well, here's the thing: is that
that's what I think about when I hear Five Finger Death Punch. You know, I like picture all those like stars and stripes,
Kyles, just a bunch of fucking Kyles.
Like, actually, yeah. If like MAGA was a band, it would be Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Did you watch their videos? It basically is. It's just like a bunch of girls like in fucking Star Spangled Banner bikinis, like dancing.
They got the fucking
like
cargo shorts and shit. It's like, dude, come on, man. I don't even wear cargo shorts.
But okay. So the lead singer, his name was Ghost. And
his name was like Ivan or whatever.
He probably rebranded, but he.
Oh yeah.
So his name was Ghost in this band called Motograder, and they were called Motograder because they invented a new instrument basically, and it's called the Motograder. It's this giant fucking like scrap like machine that's basically a bass. It's like a bass, but it's like the strings are like fucking like cables, like steel cables, and then you hit it like with like a hammer or something. So instead of playing it like a bass, like you play it like a drum, and it made like this really dope like sound. And so they made a band like based around this thing, and there was like this whole gimmick, and it was pretty fire. They had some pretty good bangers, but I mean, that it obviously like people got over it. They're like, okay, we get it. It's a fucking, you know, we get.
I swear that's kind of like a Slipknot. I mean, if you want to see a band that like really brought their friends up, it's like, yo, bro, can you play the trash can? It's like, fuck yeah, I can.
Fuck yeah,
we gonna make you rich, man.
Yo, can you hit a keg with a bat? Fuck yeah.
I mean, Clown's job is to like write music and like walk around stage, like jerking his nose off, and
that dude is a badass producer, though. I got his Clown. Clown did a lot of shit. He is the founder. He is the actual founder of the band.
It wouldn't be the same without them, you know. It's like everyone's like, Sid's useless, but if you didn't have Sid there, you would know it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I mean, you would
one of those little things.
It.
Yeah. But no, Slipknot is for sure probably my favorite band of all time. But I feel like there's just so many bands that's like, man.
Probably Metallica, and then a close second would be Slipknot.
Yeah. You like Killswitch?
Like, love Killswitch.
You like Jesse Leach, or you like what's his name?
Howard.
Yeah.
Both. I like both.
They brought Jesse Leach back, right?
Yeah. The last one that I listened to. The last time I listened to, I haven't heard any of their newer stuff, but it was the last one I actually listened to a lot was A Hate by Design. I really love that album, but that shit goes so hard. Like, so I feel music, man. Like I feel like I get the chills, hair stands on the back of my neck. I feel it.
Yeah.
I think about everything that I was doing whenever, like I was actually streaming last night and I listened to some old Pokemon themes and stuff.
Yeah.
And like when I hear like a certain song, I think about everything I was doing at the time that I heard this. Like all those memories. And I actually broke down crying because I was like, man, this fucking reminds me of mom.
Yeah.
But like when I listen to music, I just feel it.
You ever go to shows?
Like, yes. The last one it was a Metallica show, and actually I got a pick from there.
Yeah. But that's like arena though, right? That's not like a venue. I'm talking about, you ever go like a House of Blues or something like that? Like
no, not anything local. The only thing that I've actually done like that is in Memphis when I went to go see Seven Dust.
Dude, the saddest thing ever. Okay, so there's this
Seven
band.
Dust goes fucking hard live.
Seven
I don't know if you ever listened to Seven Dust.
Fucking Lejeune, bro.
He fucking wails.
Yeah.
It was so good. I used to
hate
dude.
them because I was like real weird growing up. Like it was you know, like I don't know. I was Like I hated Deftones, but it's like now if I listen to
I
Deftones,
like
I was like,
Deftones.
man, Deftones has some bangers. But I was so against like that's not metal enough, so I'm not gonna like that. Do you know what I mean?
So I kind of like the like prog metal stuff. Like I really like Tool. Like I fucking love Tool.
I like Change by Deftones. I was like, I can't get away from that's such a good song. Like there's nothing I can do.
Change is really good.
Minerva, I'm like, bro, Minerva's such a banger.
I love White Pony. I can listen to that from start to finish. And then they got a new one. What is it called? Like Black Stallion or something.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like that kind of stuff. So there's
Black Stallion. It actually is. Holy shit.
There's this band called American Head Charge, right? And they were fucking fire. Like I love. Like you should look them up. Their music is so good. But so they were supposed to release an album. And their whole thing is like it's like almost anti-government, but they don't like maybe the lyrics are, but you don't really pay attention to lyrics. It's just like the music and stuff is just really good. So they came out like with an album that was supposed to drop in September, and it was right after 9/11 happened. And so with the name American Head Charge, and like it's like a fucking like their whole thing is like to take down the government kind of thing. And it's like, bro, like this is not the move. We're gonna have to postpone this album. So they didn't get to drop their album for like 5 years, and by the time they did, like that, because it's almost like new metal, and so like that whole genre just kind of like faded out. But anyways, like they used to be huge, dude. They like Joey Jordison. They used to tour Slipknot stuff, and Joey Jordison used to come out and play with them, like when they would tour together, and he would like go up to the drummer and be like, oh yo, let me get in on this, and he would sit down and play like their songs with them. And then like they play like these huge arenas. And then this was maybe like I would say like maybe 8 years ago, I was at a bar not too far that they'll have bands play, and they fucking were playing there, and there was legit 10 people like in there. I'm like, this is the saddest shit I've ever seen. Like these dudes used to play so many bands like that though, arenas, you know what I mean? Bro. These dudes used to play sold out arenas. Now they're playing on a stage where the stage is literally like maybe a foot high. So it's like we're eye level, and it's like, bro, this is crazy. Like I could punch you right now. Like this is insane. Like it hit me. It made me feel real sad for them. I was like, bro, you guys used to be like kings of like the metal world at the time.
We went to watch Tool live, and their opening band was a guy that the drummer. Jesus, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, that their drummer actually met on Xbox Live.
What the fuck? That's so sick.
Yeah, so he like met the lead singer on like Xbox Live in like a random game, and then they were like, "Yo," it's like, "Yo, you're is it Adam Carey? I think it's Adam Carey, right?" Tool. Danny Carey. Yeah. And so he met him on Xbox Live. He said, "Hey, you know, I'm a Danny from Tool. It's like, you know, we're going on tour. Do you want to go with your band? You know, I like heard your shit." And he's like, "Fuck yeah!" So they got to tour with Primus and Tool.
What?
I'll tell you who's good live. Primus is good live.
Really?
Like I love Primus. Like a lot of it's kind of like the weird music, but like that dude can play the shit out of the bass. My guy.
You're gonna hate me, but I shit you not. Bring Me the Horizon was the best show I've ever seen live.
Really?
Because it's the visuals. Like, but again, like I had not gone to a show like in like probably a solid like 10 years.
Yeah.
And then so when I went and I saw Bring Me the Horizon, and the way like they had like the way they did like the video images mixed with the songs, like everything lined up, and it was just like, bro, this production is like something I've never seen before. This is so fucking immersive. Like, how are you getting like? Because you know, like you see like YouTube videos that are like the lyric videos. And, like, It was like that, but it's like, how are you doing this live? Like they add like little things in between songs. Like, how are you getting everything to sync? Like, you know what I mean? Because like there's parts of the song like where they go like on a little musical break where they talk to the crowd like, how's everybody doing tonight? Blah blah. And then they get back into it, and it gets back in. It's like, how is it timed up perfectly? Like what? This is crazy. Time this stuff.
Like if you look at like a Metallica's, their set list and stuff after the show, it'll be like, okay, 3 clicks going to bells, and then it'll say like pyro, 3 clicks this. So they have that shit like super choreographed.
Yeah. Well, see,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
There's a guy that'll actually like the guy on like their set will actually like pause and stuff. So like going back to like wrestling, like if you watch them with like their intro music, you know, you think like all the lights and stuff are like timed to their music. It's not. Like there's a guy that'll actually hit like the strobes. So like 3 people at the table or whatever, And like if say Triple H is coming out, you know, they'll hit green light, green, white, and strobe, and they'll actually like fucking strobe it themselves to the music.
Oh,
so it's like da na 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 da na na na.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know
it's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
So they do that like actually with like Metallica too. Like if you there's a behind the scenes, like there's a rig rundown that a Guitar Center does, or a guitar, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I'm not advertising them for free, but they do a rig rundown.
Yeah.
Well, Metallica saw those and they made their own. So the guitar tech for James and Kirk, like they actually, it was a 45-minute video, like literally everything from like their signal chain from their guitar, like how many heads they run. It's like, okay, they run this Mesa head combined with this crank head combined with obviously not crank, like this Mesa head with this Marshall head and this profiler head, and then it goes into this cabinet, and then it goes into this pedal board. It said I actually control the wah back here. There's like 7 wahs on the stage for Kirk whenever he wants to go.
Yeah.
Like you know, if he's on this part of the stage, he has a wah here, wah here. Like each one of these, like he can click on onto so like the rack and stuff. Like it's insane, like the amount of tech and everything. Like we actually talked about this. The hardest thing about streaming and also like guitar is the mixing. The mixing and audio is so difficult. Audio is so hard.
You get lost in hours like tinkering.
Like audio, the hardest thing about streaming is the audio. And the same thing with like guitar, like to actually make it sound good. I mean, they run multiple guitar heads. If you don't know what a guitar head is, it's a tube amp amplifier that handles all of the guitar's chain, all the like, distortion, all the effects, all that stuff, and then it goes into a cabinet, which is the speakers. It's like, so they'll have like 2 heads running at the same time coming out of the same speaker. So they'll have that one guitar chain. That's why you can never replicate anyone's sound on an album, because odds are they're running like 2 different things.
Yeah.
And, you know,
the way they mix and master it, it's like you can't. You'd have to record the guitar like 5 times, layer them like yeah.
And like if you listen to like older bands like Avenged Sevenfold and Metallica, and sometimes like the older bands don't really do it as much, but like if you listen to like rhythm guitar, like a lot of the newer bands, they'll play it in both channels. They'll go left channel rhythm, and then they'll play the exact same thing right channel rhythm. Yeah. And then they'll do the lead in the middle, and they mix it and like bring it together. Like the old school mixing, what they would do, they would go left channel would be lead, and right channel would be rhythm. Yeah. Well, Metallica flipped that, so it's right as rhythm, or right as lead, left as rhythm. Yeah. So like if you take off one headphone on like a Metallica album, you'll only hear one guitar.
Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, those are dope little things that you learn about when you start to get into like producing and stuff like that.
They don't do that very much anymore. Like only a few bands do the like dual track or dual audio kind of. What am I trying to say? Dual mix or whatever.
Yeah. You ever play in a band or no? You ever think about it?
I played in a band in around high school, 8th grade area. It was called It's Now or Never After.
Nice.
We played a bit, but I never did like any like house shows because we never had a drummer. We just had like a guitar, bass player, and we had 2 guitars, a bass player, and could never find a drummer
or singer. Who sang?
One of the guitar players, his name is Vince. Like I think he's still like big into it. He like went on like a real Catholic binge or whatever.
Like fucking who was that? Head from Korn. He did that. Were you ever big into Korn or no?
I love Korn.
Korn is amazing. Like,
bro, I had a Korn wallet for years.
It's such a boomer band though. Like I couldn't show someone like younger now Korn, and they'd be like,
I wouldn't get it.
Yeah, like what? This is all right, I guess, but like it's heavy, bro. Korn is heavy.
Korn got me through like middle school. Yeah. Like I know that sounds so lame because like, middle school, what problems you have in middle school? Well, I had a stutter. My stepdad was an alcoholic. That was a little, I wouldn't say like abusive in the sense of like,
but an aggressive alcoholic.
Like beat the shit out of me or anything because I was always bigger. He couldn't. Yeah. But we didn't get along. I actually did whoop his ass before we went to New Orleans. It's funny, but like no, we never got along. So it was one of those. I had a rough home life. I mean, we never struggled for money or anything. You know, I grew up pretty well off. because he owned a hardware store in a small town.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like he'd just get drunk and just lay into me about video games and shit. So like music was like my big escape. That's why I think I got so much into metal. Actually, now that I think about it, like the aggressive like metal music, like the angry fuck you kind of metal, like the heavy, hard hitting stuff.
Yeah,
I think that's what like got me through it. Honestly, that's actually probably why I like it so much.
Yeah,
it is.
Like people like
you can
either
get like punch a hole in this motherfucker, or you can like jam out to some like very angry metal.
Yeah. Like Elmi doesn't get it, but it's like I don't know. I don't want to say it's because you're a girl, because there are definitely some girl metalheads, but it's
there are some hardcore metalheads. Jesus Christ, there's engineer at work actually. She has like a half shaved head and like super into it, like all the fuck tatted up and everything. She's like, I'm going to a fire from the gods. I'm like, dude, fire from the gods is hard as fuck.
Yeah, I think it's just I just think you're not an aggressive person, Elmi. I think that's what it is.
That's how I get my aggro out, like that heavy, like hard hitting riff. Like,
that shit gets me
even
pumped.
if it's boring to play on like guitar, you just get pumped.
Oh,
dude.
for sure, yeah. But
and like going back to like feeling the music, I get the vibes where I'm just like, that's why I wanted to like actually grow my hair out again. That's why what's like funny. It's like I'm gonna grow my hair out so I can headbang again.
Yeah. You don't ever get mad, Elmi? You just want to scream? You don't ever get frustrated, angry? You just want to, like, I don't know. It just feels me like, it makes me feel like, because I envision, like, it's so weird. It's so fucking cringy. But like when I hear stuff like that, like if I'm working out or like running, and like a really fucking jam comes on, I'm like, it's almost like I'm playing a music video in my head. Like I'm feeling the music, and I'm like, I don't know. It's really weird.
Have you ever been hated for who you are, being a real target for the insecure? That's lyrics, by the way.
I was like, I thought you were talking to Elmi. Listen. I want to, because listen, I really like bears.
I feel it.
I really like bears, right?
What?
Because like it's like a Cali thing. I don't know. I love California.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like bears, and then like then just the name of it, right? Beartooth, like it sounds real primitive. And then like I don't know if it's like the fucking Native American in me that is like I just love primitive things like that. Like I love animals. I love things like that.
What are you gonna say?
So I'm just saying, like I feel like it would call to me, but then I listen. I'm like, like that name goes too hard for what you're putting out. I feel like.
Yeah.
I definitely feel
they
like
actually go pretty hard, but it's definitely like high school kind of of metal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I like it. I actually like it.
You know Devil Driver? You listen to Devil Driver?
I love Devil Driver. I like their covers as well.
Yeah.
Like of a Sail or whatever. I love their Sail cover. I think they did a cover of a Right Round too, didn't they? The YOMG song.
They might have. Yeah, they might have. But what's a crazy story about?
That's dope.
Oh yeah, dope.
Dope
Yeah,
did that
dope.
one.
Yeah.
Dope did that one.
But crazy story about Devil Driver is that back in my band days, we used to know this band called Bleed the Sky. They the drummer. So I was in a band, and then like it was really weird. So I was in a band. And then like a couple of the guitarist from that band was in a band with some other of our friends. Like we had there was like 8 of us, right? And we all can't be in a band together because we're not Slipknot. Yeah. So we're just not like, Slipknot, okay. Yeah. So half of us are in this band. I was about
to correct you. I was like, half
of us are in this band, and the other half is in that band, and then there's some members that are in both. And in the drummer for the other band, his best friend is this dude named Austin. And Austin was fucking crazy. He was one of the craziest drummers I've ever seen in my life. I was like, this dude is nuts. Like, this dude could play in any band he wanted, right? And Bleed the Sky, their big inspiration was Chimera. Like, that was like they're like, if we could be anyone, it would be Chimera. So they, Austin, his parents were pretty fucking loaded. So for their EP, he's like, hey, can you send us out to this studio? This is where Chimera recorded their album. So they went out there, flew out there, recorded their album in that studio. The fucking album was fire. That was the most fire fucking EP I've ever heard in my life. And then like they toured around for a while. They did pretty good. And then somehow he like made connections, and Chimera's drummer quit because he just was like, I'm done with Chimera. You know, I have a life I want to get to. So he got to play in Chimera for like a couple of years, for like 2 albums, I think. And it's like, bro, Chimera was your idol. That'd be like you if Metallica called you up, was like, hey, can you play guitar for us for a couple albums?
Fucking
and he's like, yes. So he fucking played in his dream band Then Devil Driver needed a drummer, and they're like, "Yo, can we use you?" He's like, "Absolutely." So then I don't know if he's still currently in Devil Driver. I'm pretty sure, but like he got his own like Vic Firth sticks or something like that, and like so he has his own custom stick that says like fucking Austin with Devil Driver like on it. It's like, bro, like this dude, I witnessed this dude playing in a garage, and now he's touring the world on like in fucking amphitheaters. It's crazy. Fucking, and that dude is, I'm telling you right now, that dude is he used to like, because we used to practice this place that like where everybody would like, it was called the Lockout, and there's all these different soundproof rooms that everyone can go record in or rehearse in and stuff, and they used to rehearse right next to us. So they hear us, and then on their breaks he would come over and be like, "Hey, can I bang around on your drums?" Because you know, this was back when I had fucking no responsibility, so I was just blowing all my money.
Yeah,
my set crazy. Was like, I had fucking like 30 cymbals. Like it was the most overdone
Neil
set.
Drum set, like around
and
you.
So he's like, "Yo,
yeah.
this is a sick set. Let me get in on this." I'm like, "All right, for sure." And so he would go and play. I'm like, "Bro, like this is," I just blew my mind. Oh, hold on, let's get video in here real quick before we lose him. Video, my man, what's going on?
Let's keep taking care of each other.
Video, you there? I don't think he's here.
Sounds like you're watching TV.
Video. All right, he's not there. But yeah, man, I just wanted to make sure I get that story. But no, I also wanted to make sure that I touched on the whole stuttering thing, man, because I mean, I stuttered too, but like I didn't realize I stuttered. Like I just did it right now, and I didn't realize I stuttered until I was maybe like 20, and someone pointed it out, and I was like, "Wait, do I fucking do that?" I'm like, "No, I don't." And like I started thinking, I was like, "Oh my god, I fucking do!" Like I've done it my entire life, and I never noticed.
A lot of people don't actually realize, like online, that I do actually have a really, really, really bad stutter.
Well, yours is a lot better now than when I first met you.
It was a horrible when I was in like when I met you, it was actually at its best point, or worst best point, if that makes sense. Because when I was in like middle school, I couldn't even talk.
Yeah.
I had this real dickheaded teacher that would always make me read in class, and I honestly think that's what helped me the most. Like yeah, I got bullied for it, but I like the next year, whenever he tried doing the same shit, I was a lot bigger then, because I hit a growth spurt in like 6th grade, super fierce, and after that nobody fucked with me anymore. But like he actually really helped me through it by like making me actually read in class.
Yeah.
But it was so bad, and this is why a lot of people don't realize that I have it. But if I tell you about what I do, you'll see it and you'll notice it. Especially if you watch my streams at Twitch TV/Mattitude. Anyway, but like no, for the like if you watch my streams and stuff, like you'll actually see me like get locked on a word. So I don't stutter anymore in the same sense as like I would if I didn't like develop my own
like tool,
tool for it.
Yeah.
So like now, like I have Mick Foley's his Wikipedia up. So like also, it was against The Rock. It wasn't Triple H.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So I remember the match now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would read Mankind continue his feud with Triple H. But like, what I would do is it would be in school. I'd be like, Mankind continue his feud with Triple H. But I would get bullied for that. Like I would get mega bullied for that. So what I did, like, I would find a word and use it as a buffer. So like S words, P words, R words, things like that really, really lock me up. So if I'm saying like snake, I'll be like fucking snake, or well, you'll see this face a
fucking
lot,
snake.
like
freeze frame,
like that. So it's almost like a freeze frame, but it's me trying to break through the block because it physically like locks up in my throat. Like it's so hard to explain, like having a stutter. You physically cannot go to the next word.
Yeah.
So that's why I say a lot. It's a buffer. I'm like, fucking, you know, like do this, do that. So it's not me not knowing the word.
It's just you forming the sentence in your head.
Past the block.
Do you ever watch Umbrella Academy?
No, I haven't. But it's better for me to stop talking.
Yeah.
And just like have a pause. Yeah. So like odds are if I have a pause, like if I say a word and I like stop, odds are it's me like with a stutter. Yeah. And then I'll like pick a word to like replace it.
Yeah, there's
so like if,
go ahead. Sorry.
If something's weird, like a watch or whatever, like if I want to say say a metallic watch, I'll say like gold watch, you know, something like that.
Yeah, because I was saying the
so
dude,
like when you know about it, you'll notice it. So that's
yeah,
like
now that you point it out, you're gonna see it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see it all the time, especially on streams, because like if anyone comes in and I can't like say their name or something, like I'll just kind of like, yo, what's up, man? Or like, yo, shit like that.
Yeah, but no, I was gonna say there's a dude in Umbrella Academy who has a stutter, and like that's like a part of the story. Is like it shows like his mom like helping him with it and stuff. I was like, oh, I wonder if Matt ever tried these tricks.
Well, some of the tricks that I got when I went to speech therapy in like middle school, because again, it was horrible in middle school. Like I could barely even talk. She said sound the word out. So like if you're stuck on like snake, go snake instead of snake. You know,
I don't know
like
what's
that.
worse though. I feel like
it's fucking horrible. Worse dragging that shit out. What do you mean?
Yeah, because
you're bullied like a motherfucker.
What are you RPing as the snake right now? You're like,
you know how dumb you look if you're like, fuck you. You know. Like what the fuck? Of course, you know. I'm gonna
imagine getting in an argument with the guy at a light, and you're like, "Hey, fuck you." He's like, "Fuck you, man."
Do you know how hard it is when you're in school, when everyone's like having roast battles and shit, and you're trying to roast them back, and you stutter? Like you just lose. You just lose.
It's an instant out.
You just fucking lose. Red ass. Hey, what are you doing? Starting a lawnmower? What the fuck?
Bro, I've said, but that's
what are you roasting
like that was like a big like a deterrent for you to start streaming too, right? Like you're like, man, because I got to put myself out there, because that listen, we had an experience this one time with this fucking guy in this raid, right? In WoW, we're raiding WoW, and this fucking. We're in this pub group, and we're just in there, and this dude's leading it, right? And this dude's fucking roasting everyone. This guy's going in. He's like, oh, look at this fucking loser. He's DPSing the wrong guy, going in on everyone, like trying to bully people, basically. And then this dude stuttered on something. Like he was like, all right, he
stuttered all day. That's the thing.
Well, he was like stuttering here and like throughout the raid, but no one like really mentioned it. And then he was finally like, he had like a hard stutter one time. He's like, all right, you're gonna pull it, and then Jang is like today, Junior.
No, it was Death Clasp.
Yeah, Death Clasp just said like today, Junior, and the dude's like, all right, look, seriously, guys, like I have a real issue with my stutter. I would appreciate if we didn't bring that up. I'm really
dish it but not take it. I don't know so many people like that.
So serious, so fast, and it was the funniest shit. We're dying. We're fucking losing our shit because it was so fucking fun. This dude went so hard on everyone. And then as soon as someone, and it wasn't even that bad of a roast, but he was just like, nah, look, for reals, guys, like it's real serious. Please don't talk about it. But yeah, so that had to be a deterrent for you when you were starting. You're like, bro, listen, I could get roasted regularly from people, but you're doing like I said, I
told this story a bit in the past. Like if you look at my my follow age for like a Jang on my Twitch or whatever, like if you do follow age Big Jangling, you'll see that he's been following me for like 8.5 years. Yeah. So I made this Twitch account with the idea to stream years ago, but I didn't have good enough internet, and I was really afraid of like putting myself out there, like you said.
I fucking hate you, Steve.
Because like if I would have started when I was like at my peak in like Cataclysm, when we were like 2,500 playing with like some big streamers actually. Yeah. Like the ones that got like popular and stuff by being Gladiator. Like if we would have kept going, like I think, you know, I'm probably kind of arrogant, but I think I could have actually like been ahead. And, you know, like the streaming thing, like, you know, ahead of the curve and all that. Because I mean, this was like 8-9 years ago when I was like playing in Paradigm on World of Warcraft. If you don't know what Paradigm is, it was the guild with like soda popping in it. You know, it was like the top PvP guild on
was Vajira and stuff in there?
Oh no, Sargeras, excuse me. No,
they were Alliance. He's Alliance.
Yeah,
and they're Alliance. Yeah.
But like, well, Paradigm was Alliance too. Everyone was Alliance. Yeah, because the WoW human racial, every man for himself, was so broken. You could run 2 trinkets and have a trinket.
Yeah.
But we sold 2,400 carries, or 2,200 carries, because people wanted their 2,200 weapon. So me and Jang would just get on their warrior, and I would play play my Death Knight, and we would just TSG all the way up there.
Yeah.
And then like if they had a druid, if they had a paladin or a Death Knight, I would play on their paladin or their Death Knight, and he would play on their druid or their warrior, and we played with a healer named Key Lime Pie, and we would just carry him for gold. Dude, we made so much gold back then.
Key Lime Pie, isn't that what's his name?
No, he's actually somebody you probably wouldn't know because he stopped playing in a Cataclysm.
Oh.
Because we didn't really like talk very much in Cataclysm.
No, yeah.
We did, but we didn't. Because that was back when Carla still played too.
Yeah.
Like when we played in like Karazhan and in Wrath and stuff, because you kind of fell off a little bit after the Clan of the Iron Fist merge.
Yeah, I just stopped doing the raid stuff. Again. Yeah, I just was just doing solo con. That's when I started getting into like farming, like the rep farming, mount farming, and all that stuff. Yeah, I was like, I don't want to deal with the raid because we were limited on spots because it was
yeah,
and I was like, man. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I did.
They already had their guys or whatever too, though. Yeah. So. But like that's kind of what like got us back together too, was like Wrath and everything. You know, we started raiding again in Wrath, and then in a Cataclysm, we kind of had a split again because I got arrested. So it was one of those things we didn't really get to see each other very much. And then Cataclysm and stuff, you know, we started talking again, and then you missed Mists.
Yeah.
And then we only played a little bit of Mist, and then WoD, you know, we were like all got back together and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, I was in there with like the big like top streamers, like back whenever fucking Soda Poppin' was on Crossfire, you know, I like Crossfire streaming back then. Yeah. I mean, odds are he doesn't fucking remember ever playing with like me or Logan. But
all right, let's get Parm in here.
So many people. Right.
Parm, what's your question?
Matt, you got arrested?
Yeah, bro, listen, there's like 5 minutes left, and I was like, man, I don't know how we're gonna fit this in there, but we can get this. Let's cover this real quick before we end this.
I thought you were a holy boy.
All right, all right, well, buckle up. This is gonna be a good one.
All right, so clip notes. My cousin was and his friend was like really big into hydrocodone, narcotic pills, and they were so bad they were taking like about 10 pills a day. It was so bad. And if you don't know, on the street, hydrocodone for the good ones are about $5 a pill. So they were spending some hella money, like an insane amount of money on pills. So it's a very small town. Like I live in a very small town. So they had the idea. It's like, hey, local pharmacy over here, you know, we could probably break into it. So they did some scouting out, and here my fat ass is playing WoW and everything, and I'm like, you know, they come to me and it's like, hey,
how old are you? You were like 18 at the time, right?
Yeah, I just turned 18.
You just turned 18, yeah.
Just turned 18. But yes, so they were like okay, let's can you drop me off to go buy these drugs? And I was like, no, whatever. And then finally I was like, okay, fuck it. So I did. So I like dropped them off, and then we went off and I went back home. Well, about 3-4 months later, my mom like busted because I was living with my grandma at the time. My mom busts in there. It's like, you need to go to the police station now. I was like, what's going on? She said, just go. So I got fucking interrogated, and they were like, if you tell us everything, don't talk to the police. Don't talk to the police. Don't talk to the police. You get pulled over, give them your license. Don't talk to the police. They're not your fucking friends. They don't give a shit about you. Do not talk to the police.
They're gonna
if they ask you what your favorite color is, say nothing. Don't say a goddamn word to the police. They're not your fucking friends. Anyway, so they started like, grilling me and everything, and I like told them a bunch of shit, and then my cousin told them a bunch of shit about what they did. So basically, they got charged with a Class C felony breaking and entering, and a Class C felony of a commercial theft, because it was a drug charge, because they stole a whole big thing of hydrocodone. Because it was a drug charge, it became federal instantly. So there's really nothing anyone could do for me. If you drop somebody off, if you're the getaway driver, you get charged with the same thing the actual people did.
Yeah.
So technically, I was a getaway driver. Yeah. Technically, I was a getaway driver.
Baby driver, Matt.
Not legally, yeah. So like not I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't do it intentionally.
I tell you.
Yeah, but so if they were to actually like murder somebody in there, like if they were to kill somebody and you drove them there and you drove them home, you would get charged with that same murder.
Yeah. Your Honor, that's
so we went through like 3 years of my lawyer just like doing whatever he could to like, hey, this guy is a volunteer firefighter, he finished school, he's doing all this good stuff. It's like, so they got me with a null proseque, whatever. It was null prosts.
Okay.
But yeah, so I was actually in jail for like almost a full day. And then, so me, my cousin, and his friends, we had different court dates because I was out on bail, but they weren't. So I was out on bail.
6-9 style.
And they gave us a different court date. Theirs was earlier than ours. Ours was a week after theirs. Well, the judge didn't know that. So the judge reads off everybody involved in the case. We had like actual paperwork. So they actually had a failure to appear out on me. So they got that taken care of supposedly, but again, small town. So that was like I had an FTA. So like 2 years later, after this FTA, I'm on my way. It's like June 29th. It was my birthday actually. We were going to watch Transformers, which wasn't worth it. Was not worth going to jail over. Anyway, so I'm speeding, rolling about 85 in a 70, and like the guy pulls me over. He's like, "I'm just gonna give you a warning." So he goes to his car, fills some shit out, comes back to my car, and is like, "Get out of the car. You have a FTA." I was like, "Officer, I know you hear this a lot, but there's a mistake." He's like, "You're right. I do hear it a lot. Now get the fuck out." So like they drove me all the way back to the county. I was an hour away from home. They drove me all the way back to the county in the back of a fucking squad car. He's like, "This is a brand new car. You're the first one in here, boy."
Oh, shit.
He drives me all the way back. I'm in the drunk tank for like 4 fucking hours before my lawyer gets me out.
Holy shit.
And then so my parents were gonna sue them.
Yeah.
Just for like, I mean, that's some shit you get sued over. But, but my lawyer's like, "Dude, we're in the middle of a case. You don't really want to."
Yeah. Just look. Yeah. We're getting off. Not getting away, but we're getting off on this. Let's just take it easy. Take it easy.
That's how I got arrested.
Yeah. And then that kind of
put the jail.
That kind of like tarnished your relationship.
I was almost a felon.
You and your cousin were close. Like we played WoW together and stuff. Like you guys were close, and then that had to have put a little.
It was hard.
Yeah.
Because they went off to a rehab, and he actually didn't get clean until just like a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard, man.
He was a funny dude. He was a funny dude. I remember.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
So like the 420 on my name isn't from like marijuana or anything. It was a randomly generated RuneScape name. But so that's where the 420 came from. So don't think I'm like all like saying drugs are bad.
He's a
and
drug
like fucking blasting some fucking marijuana and shit. Which weed isn't bad. I mean, let's be real. Weed isn't bad.
Yeah.
But like anyone watching this, don't fuck with any of those.
Yeah, it's not worth. Yeah.
Any of those narcotics. Like if you get anything for like back pain, God, just be fucking careful because you will get so hooked so fast you don't even realize.
For sure.
Because it feels fucking amazing.
I thought there was.
I'm not gonna lie and say that drugs are like, oh, drugs suck. They make you feel like shit. No, they make you feel great. That's why people are addicted to them. Stay off of them. Don't even try it.
I thought there was like a fire involved with that whole business.
That was a different one. That was
that's a different time.
So they got away with it actually, but then like, yeah. So my cousin and them would have got away with it
if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Well, they fucking talked about it. This is the dumbest thing in the world. God. Don't break the law and talk about it. You know, break the law and shut the fuck up. But like, so they told their other friends like, "Hey, I got a shitload of pills." They're like, "Let's do it again." So I mean, you get a bunch of like fucking like dope fiends and shit going out to like do it again. So they go to the next town and burn a fucking bus and then go throw a fucking brick through the window. Not subtle at all.
Yeah.
And then so that's how they got caught in the first place because of that do it again 3 months later.
And then they tried him with the old razzle dazzle. They're like, "Look over here. Oh, we're over here."
Yeah, I wasn't a part of that at all. Like I wasn't even kind of charged with that. Like I mean, they got charged with arson and shit.
Yeah. That's why I thought you were involved in that. I thought that was part of the.
Everyone did.
Yeah.
They're like, you burned the bus and you're a firefighter. So no, I didn't have anything to do with that one. I was a part of the first one.
Yeah. No, that was, that was part of the first.
It's like no.
All right, Matt. Well, we are over our time. Normally I would just let this run, but as you know, I gotta go spend time with the baby. Yeah, and we have WoW Raid soon. So I want to thank you so much for coming by, dude. This was tons of fun. Like I said, I told you
it was really a whole lot of fun.
This is what I'm saying, man. 2 hours is not enough. There's so much stuff we didn't go over that we need to talk about. So 100% when we do return guests, you're gonna be back. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys learned a lot about Mattitude here. I know Parm learned something new.
Let me really thank you and your community as well, because I mean, you guys like actually come to my streams and hang out. You've done a lot for me. Like,
yeah, they're the best, bro. They're the best.
Like I got close to a lot of you, and I really, really, really appreciate everything that you guys do for me. Like, listen to me talk, even on games that you don't like. But
yeah,
big, huge thank you.
Yeah, you heard him. All right, make sure you guys go stop by. LME already posted his stuff. If you guys can post that again, that's going to be twitch.tv/Mattitude420. And check out his YouTube where he uploaded his first YouTube video. The links are right there. Go ahead, click on that. Check out his first YouTube. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. You guys already know the drill. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys later. See you later, you guys.